Gets it into Vucevic. Caruso flashes up top, directs traffic, running the point against Strus. Enters into Vucevic, midway down the lane against Butler, lost it, out to Caruso, 4 on the clock. On the right wing against Adebayo, trying to feed to the post, and a kick by Adebayo to reset the clock.
And that's actually a great play, good defensive play, but a great play by Alice to pull the bounce pass, because now it's kicked. The shot clock was down to 3, it's now at 14, so you got a few more seconds.
Chicago did was turn that around on Miami during throws out up top. 3 ball straight away. Vucevic is left in the iron with it. And rebounded by Miami. Vucevic couldn't get a 3 to go in the win at Toronto. Was 0 for 4. Drive under the rim. Spin out of Adebayo. Throws off the left block. Out up top. Strus for 3. And Miami's on the board at 3-2.
But you like the attack early from Bam Adebayo. Getting the basketball in his hands seems to be a focus for the Heat here early today.
He talked just yesterday about how he might have to be more of an assist guy tonight coming out of the paint, as Chicago loves to pack the paint defensively. I know. Foul here. This would be the old bump the cutter type foul. It's instead a hold or a pull of the jersey called on Adebayo near the left elbow. It's his first.
But Sean, you mentioned Bam Adebayo being more of an assist guy. He can be that as long as he's attacking the basket and forcing the defense to contract. Then he's able to find guys and make plays for his teammates.
About 90 seconds in, and the pass for Vucevic caught at the top of the arc, holding with the outstretched left hand. Flips it to his right. Levine for 3 up top. In and out, no good. And the rebound gathered by Adebayo in the far corner. So Miami shooting at the end to our right toward the Chicago bench here in the first half, as Butler sends it across the left front court. Strus dribbling with the left hand, crosses to the right, sends it across. Strus on the catch. I beg your pardon, from Hero. Back to Hero, wing left. Pump fake from 3. Dials it up top for Strus and a triple, and he's got 2. 2 threes down for Strus, and it's a 6-2 beginning for Miami.
And this isn't a Miami team that's a high assist team, so great ball movement for them early.
Just over 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. And Beverly is on the other end of a reach-in foul here by Tyler Hero.
And you can see that's going to be a matchup to be watched throughout this game. Tony Brothers already over having a conversation with Tyler Hero as well as Patrick Beverly about a little of the extracurriculars going on.
Well, Billy Donovan said that Beverly was a guy that presented something we didn't have in this rotation. I think the intangible that you just referred to.
They call it irritant.
Yes. Caruso holding top of the arc, rolls it in. Vucevic to the broken line, knocked loose on a double, saved by Caruso. Right foul line extended. Trying to repost here to Vuce. It's kicked out of bounds off the left foot of Adebayo with the shot clock at 14 now. First of 2 here tonight on ESPN Radio, and we'll know the entire playoff field by the time the clock strikes midnight. Well, we hope. DeRozan catches off the inbound. He's between the rings, goes between the legs with it, sends it left wing. Caruso at the break for three, barely moved the net. Caruso drops it in. First triple for the Bulls tonight to make it 6-5.
A great start for Alex Caruso. Has all 5 of the Bulls' points to start this game.
Coming up on the 9-minute mark here in the first frame as Adebayo turns, throws to his right to Strus, goes around the screen, bounce pass on a little pop here to Adebayo, rises, misses a 15-footer at the free throw line, and the miss rebounded by Chicago. Levine, right-hand dribble, drives and kicks. Caruso, wing right for three. Whoa, what a start for Alex Caruso.
And you can see Alex Caruso's experience coming into play here. Of course, in the playoffs a season ago after a wrist injury, and now looking to get back in for the Bulls.
He's got all 8 Chicago points. Feed the left corner. Strus for three. Answers right back. And the lead belongs to Miami at 9-8.
And these aren't 2 of the best offensive teams in the NBA, but they've both gotten off to a great start shooting the ball here tonight.
Levine bounce pass to Vooch, left of the lane, puts his back to the goal. Bump into Adebayo, throws out of the digging guard, out to Levine, wing left three, no good. We'll see how quickly Levine gets going offensively as Miami brings up the miss. Here's Adebayo, right wing, picks up his dribble, resets up top. Hero holding at his waistband. Works pick and roll here with Adebayo, turns, feeds the corner, good dish out to the left angle. Three for Strus, won't go, it rattles out. So 9-8 Miami here in this elimination game. Beverly crossover drives, hook loose, and off the leg of the defender. It'll stay with Chicago as he approached the low post. Gabe Vincent reached in and knocked it away.
Gabe Vincent doing his best Pat Bev impression on that one. Coming up with great hands on the defensive end.
Inbound finds Levine. Back to the inbounder into the goal. Beverly missed the bunny. Rebound of the miss. Out to Caruso. Wing right three. Finally was not able to connect. That one halfway in the jar and popped out. Caruso's 3 of 4. Strus sends it baseline right. Almost a catch out of bounds by Vincent. Stays inbounds above the baseline. And they'll send it around the horn front court left to Tyler Hero.Lohezi on the dribble. Kicks it back wing left. 3 on the way. Got it. Well, I tell you what, between Strus right now and Caruso, it's those guys versus everybody.
And we didn't come in talking about those 2 guys in this game, but they're showing up to be important factors here early.
He averages, Strus does 11.5 a game. He's got 12 already as Levine drives to the rack. And there he is. That's a downhill player. He's got his first layup of the night.
But that's the only person outside of Strus and Caruso to score in this game.
Pump fake, Hero, left wing, drives the edge of the lane, pops it from 10, off the iron twice, no good, pulled away by Vucevic. Caruso late to the other end, a little banged up on the last possession. Levine on the bounce, top of the arc, 15 to shoot. We're under the 7-minute mark now. Levine through the right elbow, the nail, turns, wraps a pass around the defender to Beverly. Wing left for 3, it's going to be short and rebounded off the front iron by Hero. Hero will walk it up. Reset to the top of the arc. Bounce passes behind Butler, but saved by Vincent sideline left. Got Adebayo, works below the foul line, climbs the smaller defender, and turned it over. He took an extra bunny hop toward the cup and turns it over on a travel. Pretty salty start on both ends.
There was a great job defensively by Pat Bev there, mismatched, but was able to force the turnover on Bam Adebayo.
All right, both teams will huddle up for the first time tonight. 6:35 to go in the opening quarter. It's Miami 12, Chicago 10. You're listening to the NBA play-in tournament on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Sexy and hilarious. For date night or for a girls' night out, the La La Burlesque Show has everything you need for an unforgettable evening. Saturday, April 15th, only at the showroom at Gila River Resorts and Casinos, Wild Horse Pass. Experience double the trouble with shows at both 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Grab your tickets today at playathila.com.
I'm Zoe. I own Muck and Brass, which is an upcycling homewares business, and this is why I switched to Shopify. One of my biggest challenges was the lack of support when I really needed it, and it would always slow down the momentum of my business. With Shopify, I could get hold of a real person quickly, and not only would they solve a problem I had, they'd also give me the tools to feel empowered moving forward. I felt like I didn't even know who my customers were. Thanks to Shopify analytic tools, I feel more confident with the products I'm creating, and the sales are actually reflecting that. With Shopify's theme editor, I can easily share elements of who I am in my shop and have full control of how my brand is represented. I spent nearly 7 years on other platforms, and I'm kicking myself for not making the switch earlier. Not only do I know my customers better, but they know me better as well. Start your new journey today on Shopify.
Get a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/play. That's shopify.com/play. Go to shopify.com/play to take your business to the next level today.
Finally, baseball is back. Swing into the season with tickets to the action. Plus, with basketball and hockey heating up, now is a great time to experience a game. Vivid Seats is proud to be the official ticketing partner of ESPN. From on the glass to in the stands, Vivid Seats has great ticket prices to all the games. Every crack of the bat, every dribble down the court. Catch it all with Vivid Seats. Download the app or visit vividseats.com today. Vivid Seats. Experience it live.
I'm Tim Hattrick. Don't let porch pirates steal your sanity. Open a mailbox at the UPS store with secure package acceptance from all shipping carriers. Your mailbox will have a street address, not a P.O. box number, and 24-hour access is available at many locations. So the next time you're expecting a package to be there, you can trust it will be at the UPS store. They'll hold your mail and packages in a safe location until you're ready to pick them up. Mailboxing, one of the many ways your small business can be unstoppable with the UPS store.
Kevin Winter with you. Don't forget to log on to our Twitter account at NBA on ESPN Radio to vote in the AutoZone in the Zone poll question. Who's going to get in the zone for tonight's matchup? For the Bulls, will it be DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine from Miami, Jimmy Butler, or Bam Adebayo? It's all brought to you by AutoZone. Free battery charging and battery replacements that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone. I list those four, Sean and Corey, with all due apologies to Alex Caruso and Max Strus. Back to you in Miami. Yeah, I can't believe you didn't have all on the list, and it's easy to look at the box score right now. Strus is already out of the gate with 12. He averages 11.5 a game. Caruso just finally missed his first shot moments ago. He has 8, and then otherwise the only other scorer in the ball game is Zach LaVine with 2 points. Zeros by everybody else's name, and that's where we stand at 12-10 at this juncture.
Boy, and then you highlight the fact that both DeMar DeRozan nor Jimmy Butler, neither of those guys have even attempted a field goal attempt in this game with almost, 5.5 minutes being played here in this first quarter. So the usual suspects haven't been a factor, but, of course, the others stepping up and making plays.
That's Corey Alexander. I'm Sean Kelly. We're underneath the 6.5-minute mark here in the quarter. Chicago ball out of the timeout, down by 2. Caruso, catch and shoot, wide open, left to the top. Rim, glass, rim, no good. Rebounded by Adebayo. Which coach is happiest with the start to this game?
Well, Eric Spoelstra, because he's got a 2-point lead. And at the end of the day, everything boils down to having more points than your opponent.
I knew it was going to be that simple tonight. It really is. Butler gives it up off the left sideline to Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. Rises edge of the lane. 12-footer won't go. Rebound into the hands of LaVine near the elbow. He'll bring it up himself. Trying to split 2, collision, and an offensive foul.
Sean, you see that so much more in today's game. When I say that, I'm talking more so about the fact that Zach LaVine, even though there were 3 white jerseys back, still attempted to try to make something happen. Of course, eons ago when I was playing in the NBA, you pull it out, you get a good shot. But now it's about getting more and more possessions, get quicker shots. And again, ends up being a turnover for the Bulls and Zach LaVine picking up his first foul.
Gabe Vincent took the charge, and his teammate, as LaVine was looking to split 2 guys, his teammate came over and went hip to hip with him. There was no room to step through.
Great job by the Heat getting back, building the wall defensively. And I can just remember coaches saying, hey, it's a bad play. Don't do that. It's not even looked at as a bad play anymore.
It's a turnover, and the Heat with the lead and the ball at the end of our right. Adebayo catches above the left foul line extended. Holding in his chest, flips it to Butler. There against Caruso, retreats behind the three-point line, sends it into a slipping Adebayo, and he's fouled on a step to the rim. And there's an injured player down for Chicago.
Pat Bev came over.
Yep.
He came over and tried to contest that shot, but it was the fall and trying to brace himself on the way down, putting those hands down, and looks as though he's favoring that right hand, right wrist area.
He got airborne and then was inadvertently leg whipped basically by Adebayo. There was nothing malicious about it. Just they got tangled in the air.
Well, again, when you're going up to contest Bam Adebayo, you got to come over with some force. He's strong enough to put you and the basketball in the rim. So if you're going to foul him, you've got to foul him with some force.
First free throw good. Adebayo averaged 20.4 points per game during the regular season. That's a new career high for him, the Kentucky product.
And he's going to have to be above that number here tonight for his team to make it into the playoffs. Going to have to continue to be aggressive. He's had an aggressive start. Hasn't made a field goal yet, but scored his first point at the free throw line.
Second free throw, like the first. It's down. It's 14-10 Miami. 5:38 to go in the opening quarter. Lowry's checked in now to the ball game. It's kind of strange seeing Lowry and DeRozan in opposite jerseys. I know it's been a little bit, but they spent so much time in Toronto together, and it's still a little awkward as that ball is kicked out of bounds, bumped out of bounds. It will stay with Chicago as Caruso will head to the bench and get his first rest, and the Florida State product, Patrick Williams, in for his first time tonight.
Patrick Williams very integral in that win, going up and guarding Pascal Siakam against Toronto.
God, his length on the perimeter is pretty wicked. All tipped, safe from went out of bounds to Lowry, but right to Levine. He can't grab a hold of it, and it squirts out of bounds in the far right corner. So it is a stop for Miami. And it'll be a Vincent Lowry backcourt now for the Heat. Coming off the pin down, Strus catches, shovels it right back to Vincent between the circles. 5:10 to go in the quarter. Around the screen, hits a rolling Butler, climbs the defender Vucevic and puts it in off the glass, and Butler's in the books now, and it's a 6-point advantage.
An encouraging sign seeing Jimmy Butler finishing in the painted area. Didn't finish very well on Tuesday night.
Swing it to Levine off the pick and pop. Zach takes the dribble to the top of the arc, pitches to Williams on the left wing. Bounce pass into Vucevic, but he's well off the left side of the lane. Pumps into Butler. Skip pass over the top, caught by Beverly. Up top, a three straight away. Drano, what a shot. Knocked down by Kobe White, his first look at the game.
And the defensive mistake for Miami on that one was really rotating to Patrick Beverly. You may want to stay in between he and Kobe White, not allowing Kobe White, a knockdown shooter, to have that opportunity.
Adebayo on an ISO gets in the lane. Spin, shoots, and scores between the broken line and the restricted area. Pretty quick move for Bam Adebayo.
Absolutely was, and got to a sweet spot, used the spin move to be able to shoot over top of a smaller Vucevic.
Josh Tiven calls for a whistle and a stop, but here they want to adjust the shot clock. They'll put it at 20, about 2 seconds off. Subs will not be able to enter here. The Sumu is going to check in for the Bulls' next dead ball. Martin for Miami. Coming up on the 4-minute mark as Beverly picks up his dribble right in front court. Sends to White, lob it into Vucevic. Double team. Ball pinched loose. Lowry with the loose ball ahead to Strus. Strus to the right side of the rim. Lays it up. No good. Blocking foul is the call on the collision right side of the lane. Beverly was trying to take a charge, and he has an incredulous look as he gets up off the hardwood. Bulls foul at 4 minutes to go, and a free throw opportunity for Miami once again.
I think Pat Bev was just as shocked as everyone else the fact that Max Strus was coming inside the three-point line. He's had so much success. I would have stopped and pulled up and shot that one, especially when you've already started the game 4 for 5 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, all 4 of those threes made by Strus in the early going, before we could even stop play, basically. Rosen checks back in for Chicago. DeSumo in for the first time. Meanwhile, Martin checks in, Caleb Martin for Miami. Got some old heads around here and some new young guns, too.
Absolutely do. And one of the things about this game is not a tremendous amount of size. You've got Bam Adebayo and Vucevic, both about 6'10", but outside of that, everyone is 6'6", 6'7", maybe, and under on the floor. So small ball at its finest here with high stakes.
Yeah, big observation there. Miami's got 8 of the last 11 scored of the game. They're up by 7, 20-13. 8 to shoot. DeRozan spins, shoots into contact with the elbow, no foul. Good job defensively by Martin. Long outlet pass to Butler. Leaps, catches, rises, shoots. Oh, and it rolled over the side of the iron. It looked like it hit the underside of the iron and spun right over and in. It's a possible three-point play with the whistle as well.
But you can see Jimmy Butler's focus level is completely different from what we saw from him on Tuesday night. Oftentimes he got into the painted area and just did not come away with points. And, of course, no one holds himself more accountable than Jimmy Butler does. 6 for 19 on Tuesday, off to a great start here. 2 for 2 from the field, an opportunity for his 5th point at the free throw line.
The one thing he was Jimmy Butler-like, 9 assists in the loss, but that was about it. You're right, just wasn't a good night for Butler and the Miami Heat. Before he shoots the free throw, a timeout has been called by Chicago. Billy Donovan wants to huddle up the Bulls here with 3:34 to go in the first quarter. It's Miami 22, Chicago 13. This is the NBA Play-In Tournament on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
A traditional 15th anniversary gift is crystal. So for Tommy John's 15th year, they're making it crystal clear that you deserve to be unbelievably comfortable every day. When you wear Tommy John, you're that much more comfortable, so you can do everything better. Because Tommy John underwear moves with you thanks to breathable, lightweight, moisture-wicking fabric with 4 times the stretch of competing brands. And with over 20 million pairs sold and thousands of 5-star reviews, people love their Tommy John underwear. That's why Tommy John doesn't just have customers, they have fanatics who say Tommy John has the most comfortable boxer briefs ever. There's no downside. Buy 1 pair and you'll never want to wear any other underwear again. Plus, there's no risk because everything's backed by Tommy John's best pair you'll ever wear or it's free guarantee. Get 20% off your first order right now at TommyJohn.com/stream. That's 20% off at TommyJohn.com/stream. TommyJohn.com/stream. See site for details.
At Fry's, shopping with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in-store. Same low prices, deals, and rewards on the same high-quality items. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at frysfood.com. Fry's, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Choose from a great selection of digital coupons and use them up to 5 times in one transaction. Check our app for details. Fry's, fresh for everyone.
It's no secret that when someone stinks, it's all you remember about them.
Oh, is that you?
Oh, no, not now.
Don't worry, I got you. Try this.
And it's by Secret?
Yeah, Secret aluminum-free deodorant. It gets rid of those stinky PU pits instead of covering them up. Just swipe and you're fresh all day. Secret actually works, even aluminum-free.
Don't let be what people remember. Get your Secret in sticks or sprays.
Kevin Richard, Insider, ESPN Radio Studios. Time now for Did You Know? Brought to you by Geico. Switch to Geico today to see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com to get a rate quote and get started seeing how much you could save. Earlier tonight, the NBA announced their finalists for their postseason awards. For the MVP, it's who you would have thought. Giannis, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. Did you know for the 3rd time in NBA history, the same players finished in the top 3 in voting in back-to-back seasons? The only other times it happened, 86, 87, 87, 88. And I bet we could all guess those 3. Larry, Magic, and Michael. Sean and Corey, back to you in Miami.
Yeah, that was too easy, Kevin.
And not only was it too easy, that's part of Larry Bird's three-peat, correct?
I think it was.
I think that is part of the three-peat. Well, 88, I believe Michael Jordan actually won it.
His first.
That might have been Michael's first in 88, but that was part of the Larry Bird three-peat, 85, 86, and 87, which, of course, Nikola Jokic is trying to accomplish this season.
Butler at the line as we return to action here in Miami. And a free throw completes a three-point play. The lead is 10. First double-digit lead on either side. Big problem for Chicago here emerging early. Look, Miami's hitting shots with a high percentage, and they're getting the line. Chicago's yet to shoot a free throw.
And that was a concern, of course, trying to keep Jimmy Butler off the line.
And DeRozan misses the top of the key jumper. No second chance opportunity. And a whistle and an offensive foul here turns it right back over to Chicago. This is Jimmy Butler away from the ball. Offensive foul here, a bit of a not-so-legal screen opportunity, I think is what I caught out of the corner of my eye.
On the dribble handoff was trying to free Max Strus up. Of course, you talked about his assisting. And he knows Max Strus has a hot hand, so trying to get him a look early.
Kevin loves him for the first time tonight for the Heat. Also a midseason addition. White angle left for 3. No, and now all of a sudden Chicago's gone cold after that hot start by Caruso. Chicago's shooting 33%. Under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Lowry drives the left slot. 2-foot jump stop, spins, goes out to Love. Straight away for 3. Too strong. Long rebound, though, to Martin at the top of the key. Drives to the lane, resets out to Lowry. Saves the front court left from going out of bounds. It's over the top to Love. Butler comes along the baseline to catch. 4 on the shot clock. Pump fakes, jab step. Oh, what a pass. Oh, stolen. What a play by Williams. It looked like he had threaded the needle. Williams sends it ahead. And they'll peel off here and get into the half-court set. Vucevic will catch between the circles. DeRozan and White will change spots. White comes out to catch. Walks the dribble over the top of the key. Throws wing right. Free ball is an air ball. Missed there. Sumo couldn't finish it. Yep. Love, wraparound pass underneath, hand off to Butler, and a score on the bunny.
And the playmaking by Kevin Love, you don't see that often, but of course, it's an important game for K. Love. He left Cleveland to come here. He's got to make sure he gets to the playoffs.
Rosen, crossover dribble. It's a 9-0 run for Miami. Drives to the rim and lays it in. And if shots aren't falling from outside, not a bad idea.
Yeah, the first made field goal for DeMar DeRozan, the leading scorer for the Bulls, getting in the books.
25-15, 1:42 to go in the quarter. Lowry picks it up wing left. Leaves for Love. Got away with a push-off. Rises, shoots, and hits a 15-footer.
I like the aggressiveness of Kevin Love to start this game. Came in locked and loaded, didn't make his first three, but now back-to-back positive possessions for him.
Signed with Miami on February the 20th after agreeing to the buyout with Cleveland. Almost a walk there by Vucevic up top. Got it out to DeSumo. Ayo DeSumo picks up the dribble front court right. Pitches to his left to DeRozan. Gets underneath the three-point line. Jump pass back out. Caught by Kobe White front court right. And the shot clock expires as the ball is stolen. Love sends it out to a running out Jimmy Butler for a two-hand flush.
And love the fact that the play was not stopped because of a shot clock violation on that play, simply because Love had possession before it went off.
9 now for Butler. Catch and shoot. Vooch, top of the key. Good. Boy, does Chicago need that. It's 29-17 with less than a minute to go. Lob for the rim. Alley-oop unable to be played there by Strus on a leap. Almost a half-court lob on the break.
It was a great look, great opportunity, unable to finish it, but an even better job by Miami getting back defensively.
White drives into space, and a collision just underneath the foul line. It's going to be a blocking foul against Max Strus. Foul to give underneath 2 minutes.
But we have seen Miami Heat basketball here in this first quarter. And again, so many of the question marks regarding their loss to the Atlanta Hawks on Tuesday night was about this is not a Miami team we're used to seeing. The focus that they played with during that game, but we have seen that focus return here and this opportunity to get that 8 seed here tonight.
Miami held an opponent under 100 points 13 times this season. They ended up 12-1, and they're on pace for that right now defensively. Chicago stuck at 17 points off the inbound drive and another foul. It's DeRozan attacking the rim and running through just about everybody on Miami's roster. Take your pick here on the foul. It'll put DeRozan on the line with 32.6 seconds left.
But when you look at this Bulls team, they struggle to score, even though they score more points per game than do the Miami Heat. This is not a great offensive team, and solely because you don't necessarily have a playmaker. You've got two great individual scorers in DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. But you can tell right now, Miami's going to send two at each and every one of those guys. Whenever they get an ISO situation, they're going to force someone else to beat them.
Charge the foul to Kevin Love. It is his first. So both teams over the limit now with 32.6 on the clock. DeRozan raises, shoots, and knocks down both free throws to make it 29-19. Half a minute to go here in the first period. Lowry drives to the nail, stops, shoots, sliding to his left, and the shot's wide right. Not even close. Chicago rebounds, and the shot clock and game clock are about a second apart from one another. Probably a good last look here by Chicago if they play this right. DeRozan walks to the top of the arc, motioned everybody out, pivots one way, back the other, shoots, and a late patient whistle will send DeRozan to the line. He missed the jumper, but he's tagged by Caleb Martin here with 8.6 to go.
A little shocked that Kyle Lowry went so early on that last possession, which allowed, of course, Chicago to have more time to be able to execute on the offensive end of the floor. Now, again, it wasn't really a great 2-for-1 opportunity for Miami, even though they'll get it back, but most likely with DeMar DeRozan cutting into this lead at the free throw line, Miami will get it back with 8.6 remaining.
Miami had made 4 free throws before Chicago had even gotten an opportunity at the line. DeRozan knocks this down, and here in the quarter, both teams will end up with 4 points at the line. That cuts it to 8. 5 seconds ago, Butler to the right front court to the timeline. Left-hand dribble, bumped as he approached the top of the key, and fouled with 1.2 seconds on the clock. Yep, there's a foul to give. I mistakenly said that both teams were over the limit. So, good decision here.
Well, executed perfectly, giving Miami only 1.2 to get a good look.
Lowry will pull the trigger. Sideline right, looking. 1.2 on the clock. Bounce pass to Butler. Deep, front court right 3 is an air ball to end the quarter. Nonetheless, Miami got themselves up by double figures here in the first and has an 8-point lead going to the second.
But the Bulls managed the end of that first quarter better than did the Heat, which allowed them to make it a single-digit game here after this first quarter.
Off to the second we go. In Miami tonight, it's the Heat 29, the Chicago Bulls 21. This is the NBA play-in tournament on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Hey, Santi. Your vitals are looking good. How's the pain today?
Same.
Well, it's about to get a whole lot worse. Did you hear your team just tanked again?
Come on.
Yeah, I want to help you feel better, but I don't know how to treat a losing streak.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man, get a touchdown.
At Banner Health, this is what care sounds like. Connecting with you where you are. Banner Health. Exhale.
It's tax season, and American Furniture Warehouse is giving you a big break during our tax refund savings event. Is there something you've had your eye on? AFW has a massive in-stock selection of living and dining room, bedroom, and office furniture. And we dare you to compare our everyday low prices with the ones you'll find elsewhere. At American Furniture Warehouse, we're dedicated to bringing you the highest quality furniture at the absolute best price. Visit any one of our Phoenix showrooms or shop online at afw.com.
Breathe in, breathe out. Get dressed, head out. Grab some friends, camp out. Get hiked up, vibe out. Take it in, let it all out. At REI Co-op, we're here for all the outs. And we want you to spend more time outside our doors and in them. Try it out, check out, then get out. REI Co-op, all out. Visit rei.com.
With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the bag boys.
What?
Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of double-stacked JBC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
Kevin with you inside our Granger studios. There's no place like home for the Miami Heat. Brought to you by Angie. With the Angie, it's easier than ever to get home projects done well. Get started on the Angie app or go to Angie.com.
Adebayo on an ISO gets in the lane. Spins, shoots, and scores between the broken line and the restricted area. Pretty quick move for Bam Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo would have finished that opening quarter with 4. Max Strus had the first 12. Miami had a 19-5 run at one point. They led by 14. Their lead is 8 as we go to the second. 29-21. Heat over the Bulls. Winners the 8 seed. Back to South Florida with Corey Alexander. Here's Sean Kelly.
All right, Kevin. Yeah, Chicago's in this ball game despite shooting 38% and having to endure that 19-5 run that Kevin mentioned. Yet, though, it's an impressive start for Miami, who's up near 30 points and really holding the Bulls down here. This is a low NBA number for an opening quarter.
This has been a Miami defensive-paced game. This is what the Heat want to do. They want to limit your opportunities and also make it difficult for both Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan to get quality looks, especially DeMar DeRozan in the mid-range.
Turnovers about even in the ball game. 5, though, for Chicago, and that's resulted in 8 Miami points thus far. Heat ball out of the quarter break. Kevin Love, block left, face up, jumpers, good off the glass. Old school look for Kevin Love. The 34-year-old makes it a 10-point game once again.
And it's a significant size advantage for Kevin Love over Derek Jones Jr., who's trying to guard him on that possession.
Rosen attacks the lane and rises to score just outside of the restricted area. And so DeRozan now has started to kick his game up by going to the lane and the line. He's got 8. Tyler Hero between the rings. Crossover dribble. Drives left slot. Pivot 360. Knocked loose by Williams to the deck. There's a scrum for the ball above the top of the arc. It's held, and we'll have a jump ball.
That's a great job by Caleb Martin getting in the mix there, not just assuming that Patrick Williams has the basketball, giving up his body, getting on the floor, and forcing the jump ball.
Patrick Williams in high school delivered flowers for his mom's floral business. Can you imagine a young man with his size delivering?
One of the best young people you will ever meet. Patrick Williams, a great young man. Of course, ACC 6th Man of the Year, continuing the tradition at Florida State.
Grew up in Charlotte, Jump ball is won by Miami. Over to Love, wing left for three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Patrick Williams, who wears number 44. Bulls trying to make a push here early second. We're a minute into the period, and DeRozan drives left wing and draws contact. It's on Gabe Vincent. We'll stop play at 11:01.
You can see how much pressure DeMar DeRozan just puts on opposing defenses, staying in attack mode, especially when he gets the basketball inside the three-point arc.
23 last game for DeRozan.
Now it seems as though Miami's gone to a zone defensively, just trying to stay close to Levine as well as DeRozan.
Levine shoots a fader near the top of the key. It's off the mark, pulled away from the rim by Kevin Love. Out ahead to Hero, back to a trailing Love at the top of the arc. They'll reset to Lowry, front court left. 12 on the shot clock as they lob it to Love, catching left of the lane. Much taller than Jones. Spins the low post, throws over the defender to Hero, zips it to Lowry at the top of the arc, driving kick wing left. Low catch, rising, two ball, no good off the left wing.
I thought Tyler Hero and Kyle Lowry both gave up good looks from three on that possession.
It's a good note, 31-23. Little flip pass over the top, caught by White, crossover dribble to the mid post, rises, shoots, and scores.
That's some DeMar DeRozan influence right there. Kobe White's been more of a three-point shooter his whole career, but going to the mid-range off the bounce on that possession.
Carolina product. He's 6'5". He'll guard up top against Vincent. Push pass with one hand to the left wing. Hero catch, drive, turns, twisting and shooting. Left it left of the iron, and it sails out of bounds. A miss here has cracked the door open for Chicago, who's cut this thing to 6. It's 31-25.
And we'll have to go back and revisit the end of the first quarter where the Bulls were able to score 4 points late to get into the 20s. They were struggling to score, and we didn't think they were on pace at 17 to not even get to 80 points in the game. Those 4 points to end the quarter helped them build some momentum coming into the second.
10-2 Chicago run. They have the ball to our left. Bam Adebayo's just checked back in for Eric Spoelstra. He replaced Love. Williams left wing three. That's not a good look. Glass rim and gone. Lowry sends it ahead. Pump fake. Vincent drives, puts his back to the goal, and Levine left of the lane. Skip pass caught on the right angle by Hero. Pass fake, throws it into Adebayo, posting up right side of the lane. He's got his back to the goal, trying to square up on Drummond here. Jab step, shoots over the vet, and missed it. Just a touch off the mark.
But
go ahead.
You'll give that if you're Chicago. You want Bam Adebayo playing that way.
DeRozan pull-up jumper left of the lane, no good. A nice block out by Martin allows Adebayo to get the rebound. He'll bring it up himself. Hands it off to Lowry, around the angle, screen, and DeRozan tried to blow through the screen and knocked Adebayo on his wallet. Foul stops play at 9:06 to go in the first half.
But you can see what makes Miami so dangerous. When Bam Adebayo gets rebounds, he has the ability to push it and get out and make plays in transition for his team before the defense can get set. And, of course, that's difficult to defend, especially at the 5 position. Of course, the back-to-back MVP, Nikola Jokic, is the best point center in the NBA. Yeah, Bam Adebayo has to be second in that category. He can initiate the offense from the 5 position.
Pretty cool 1-2 punch right there. Sean Kelly, Corey Alexander, the NBA on ESPN Radio. Inbound comes off the right sideline. A little dish inside is knocked away. Adebayo, I think, caught Hero by surprise and threw it down near his feet.
Well, that's one where Bam Adebayo feels as though Tyler Hero has a layup. But he's not looking for the layup, the easy one. He's looking to run off screens and get to the jump shot. So Tyler Hero missed an opportunity for an easy bucket on that possession.
Jimmy Butler's return. The score remains the same, 31-25. Both teams struggling to get the ball in the hole. Levine, left wing, spins, throws off the edge of the lane, back out to the left sideline and White. Reset to Levine. Caruso's returned, and he'll flare away. Everybody clears out. Levine drives the lane, jump pass instead, dumps it off. Drummond into the paint, turns, scooper with the left hand, left it off the side rim. Rebound Miami. Again, both teams shooting 45% or less now in the first half. Around the screen, Adebayo catches on a roll, collision with DeRozan, and a charge called on Adebayo as DeRozan sneaks in front of the rim and takes the pop.
Great job by DeMar DeRozan getting over and getting position, recognizing that Bam Adebayo has a full head of steam. No way he can change his momentum, and DeRozan just takes all the contact squarely and regains possession for the Bulls.
Chicago partners 2 for 6 in the quarter. Miami's 1 of 5.
Coming into this game, we knew that we weren't looking for offensive firepower. We knew it was going to be a defensive battle between these two teams. The Bulls have been the best defensive team in the NBA since January 1st. And, of course, Miami's been the best defensive team in the NBA for the last 25 years. So we were kind of expecting that coming in, right?
January 1st, 25 years. Yeah. DeRozan with a little pull-up jumper left of the lane makes this now a 6-0 run. And once down by 14, Chicago's within 4. 31-27 as we roll underneath the 8-minute mark here in second quarter play. Butler lost the handle at the right edge of the lane, picked up by Adebayo. Shoots over the broken line. Missed that.
That's the third opportunity Bam Adebayo's gotten right into that broken line. Hasn't been able to knock any of them down throughout this game.
Turnover, Levine. No. Saved by DeRozan. It kicked off Gabe Vincent. DeRozan walks the dribble to the top of the key, sends it corner right, pump fake Caruso, throws along the baseline, and it's kicked out of bounds by Lowry. He tried to send it past 2 Miami defenders hugging that baseline. 7 on the shot clock for a baseline left inbound on the Chicago end.
Caruso saw the highlight of Luka Doncic doing that out of a double team a couple of weeks ago and maybe tried it.
Matrix pass. Here's Levine off the catch in the inbound. Missed a wing left jumper. He had a clean look. So it remains 31-27. Mavericks, by the way, find 750 large today by the league. Hero straight away for 3. That skips off the rip. Like Kingdom for a bucket.
750's nothing in comparison to keeping that top 10 pick.
Yeah, you're right. Caruso dials up a 3 off the right wing and knocks it down. He was hot early, and he's back into the scoring column, and he's cut it to 1. 31-30.
In a 13-2 run to this stretch for the Chicago Bulls to get back into this.
Lowry answers right back. He stepped right into a straightaway 3. Kyle Lowry knocked it down.
And 33 points for him on Tuesday. He shot the ball extremely well, 6 for 9 from beyond the three-point arc, and picks up with that here tonight.
So Miami back up top by 4, 34-30. Levine straight away for 3. That room's out, no good. Rebounded by Adebayo. Outlet pass to Lowry. He's going to hesitate to bring it across half court until Hero joins him. Hero around the screen, goes left into the paint. Float job good. More like a runner there for Tyler Hero.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Not a floater, but a terrific runner by Tyler Hero, getting into the painted area and staying under control and poised to get the bucket.
All right, both teams getting back into scoring now as we approach the halfway point in the second quarter. 6:23 to go in the first half. At Miami, it's the Heat 36, Chicago 30. And you're listening to the NBA Play-In Tournament on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indeed.
Shopify presents cool sheets from AHA to
lying awake while you bake isn't cool. I suffered from the wrong kind of hot in bed, heat-induced insomnia. That was my aha moment. Bed sheets that keep you cool. Then I thought, how do I even sell bed sheets? That's when I had the idea that made it all possible, signing up on Shopify. With the help of Shopify's intuitive online store creator, I started selling sustainable bamboo sheets that keep cool year-round. And my cool idea became a reality. Hot sleepers around the world rejoice. Shopify makes it simple to keep your cool while starting and growing your business. Start selling with Shopify today and join the commerce platform powering millions of businesses worldwide. From aha to anything is possible.
This is Possibility, powered by Shopify. Start selling online today. Sign up for a free trial at shopify.com/play. Shopify.com/play.
Every order with the McDonald's app earns points you can redeem for free Mickey D's, which means the hash browns you ordered this morning could get you free fries this afternoon. So download the McDonald's app now and start earning free food. Because you've been down with Mickey D's for a minute, since back when mixtapes were actually on tape. And that kind of loyalty deserves to be rewarded. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Program available at participating McDonald's. Excludes delivery. App download and registration required.
Save big on select major kitchen appliances at Lowe's. Get up to an additional $300 off when you spend $1,996 or more on a qualifying major kitchen appliance. And get free delivery and installation when you spend $599 or more. Get Hisense major appliances and their exclusive 2-year warranty on parts and labor, only at Lowe's. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details. Offer ends 4/26.
Kevin Witcher with you inside our Granger Studios. Sean Kelly mentioned it a moment ago. The Dallas Mavericks fined $750,000 for resting players on the second to last day of the regular season. They've opted instead to try to secure that top 10 draft pick, which they currently have. We'll see what happens when the draft lottery occurs. The other news of the day pertains to our game tomorrow, the Knicks and the Cavaliers. Game one of that best-of-7 series. Julius Randle has not had any contact, has not practiced since he sprained his ankle on March 29th. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, he's targeting a return tomorrow. Going to warm up, see how it feels. But the Knicks are hopeful he's going to go. Knicks and Cavs, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Back to Miami with Corey. Here's Sean.
Kevin, thank you very much. The league conducted an investigation of the Dallas Mavericks situation. I hope that was the fastest investigation in the history of criminal science.
Well, here's the thing, though. What if that 3% chance of the Dallas Mavericks getting the number one pick and getting Victor Wembanyama, $750,000 means nothing if that happens, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
I'm just checking.
But what my point was, it was so obvious what kind of an investigation was needed here.
It was so obvious I wasn't even going to respond.
Exactly. You don't need Kojak or anybody else on that. 6:08 to go first half. What was once a 14-point Miami lead is at 6. It was cut to 1 here in the quarter by Chicago, and the Bulls have it baseline left. Patrick Beverly will pull the trigger.
For the record, that's the Mark Cuban's second fine as such. It was $600,000 about 10 years ago.
He's good for it.
He got it.
Little pocket pass into Vucevic. Steps around Adebayo and lays it in with the left hand. Very nice move by Vucevic. 4-point game at 36-32. Vucevic has 4. He's been in the league longer than I thought. I've always enjoyed watching him play. Lowry sends it corner right. Vincent catches. Goes away from the Bulls bench to Butler. He's a little deep on the post. It's a diving Vincent, and he tried to send it wing left to Hero and missed him. It goes out of bounds. And a Miami turnover here at 5:36.
Yeah, now the 7th turnover for Miami in this game, and you don't expect that necessarily from the home team. It's more so the road team that you often expect to turn the basketball over this much early.
22 of the 68 points so far scored in the paint. White gets into the lane, throws to Vucevic. Elbow left jumper, soft off the iron twice, but does not go through. Cleared by Miami, and Hero will bring it across. Hero backs up with a dribble, and he's being harassed by Beverly. Shocker. Hero steps forward, goes around tightly of the Adebayo screen, hits it rolling Adebayo, sends it underneath. Butler missed it at point-blank range. Clear by the Bulls. Levine 1-on-3, sends it wing right to Beverly. Pump fake from 3, jab step, fires, but misses. That would have cut it to 1. Miami able to clear it here, and Adebayo is working out up top of Strus. Turns, shoots, straightaway 3 won't go. Scramble for the rebound, baseline right, won by Adebayo. He had the sticky fingers. Reset out to Butler above the right side break, holding at his hip. Guarded by Caruso. Butler, rip move, takes it baseline, rises, but misses his signature shot off the right side of the rim.
Both these teams doing a great job keeping the possessions one and done, taking care of their defensive board.
4:23 to go first half. Vucevic swings it around to Caruso, the left side break. Works around the wing screen, pick and pop. Vuce catch, shoot, and score. Knocks it down from the left side.
And Vucevic is going to get those because of so much attention being paid to the guards of the Bulls. Coming off the screen and rolls, they're allowing Vucevic to have those mid-range twos.
6 points now for Vucevic to go with his 4 rebounds. Strus, chest pass wing right, caught by Hero. Off the jab step, drifts his dribble to the left. Draws White on the switch near the top of the floor. Back to Strus, wing right 3. Wham, splashed it down. Big 3 for Strus, and the lead back up to 5 for Miami.
He's been a difference maker in this game thus far. Already 5 3-point field goals made from Max Strus, and he's looking to get off to a great play-in start here tonight.
Zach LaVine slashing to the rim, lays it up and in. Man, he attacked the rim over and over again in Toronto on Tuesday night, or beg your pardon, on Wednesday night.
And I know Eric Spoelstra is not happy about that simply because he's public enemy number 1 on the defensive scouting report.
Bio catches the nail, throws wing left. Free ball, good. Back-to-back for Max Strus. He's got field goals 4 and 5 in the quarter for Miami, 42-36. LaVine drives, spins through 3, and then grabbed on the arm. fouled on the play as this crowd was finally starting to come to life. Typical Miami crowd, partner. They will fill the building, but they won't be here at tip-off, and now they're here at full throat.
Fashionably late. I understand. I recommend it. Of course, it's a nice day outside, as it always is here in South Florida. So it may take a little while to get in here, but they're filling in slowly and starting to make some noise here for their team to hold a 6-point lead.
42-36, Miami on top of Chicago with Corey Alexander. I'm Sean Kelly, NBA on ESPN Radio. Levine drives, stops, shoots. Missed the 13-footer off the inbounds play. Rebounded by Strus. But not much second chance working on either side.
Yeah, that was about to say the same thing, Sean. Another opportunity there they took away to make sure, as we see Tyler Hero down, but the Heat making sure they limit the Bulls to one opportunity on the offensive end, something they struggled against the Atlanta Hawks with, taking care of business here in this first half.
Hero's back up and good. He was fouled as he was stumbling down the lane and kind of in the act of shooting. He should be at the line when we come back. We've reached a timeout here now, late first half. 2:48 to go in the second quarter at Casera Center in Miami. It's the Heat 42, Chicago 36. This is the NBA play-in tournament on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Finally, baseball is back. Swing into the season with tickets to the action. Plus, with basketball and hockey heating up, now is a great time to experience a game. Vivid Seats is proud to be the official ticketing partner of ESPN. From on the glass to in the stands, Vivid Seats has great ticket prices to all the games. Every crack of the bat, every dribble down the court. Catch it all with Vivid Seats. Download the app or visit vividseats.com today. Vivid Seats. Experience it live.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
August 1st, Lil Baby presents It's Only Us Tour. Made it out the treasure this at Footprint Center. Get ready for an epic summer. Lil Baby's IOU Tour has finally touched down. It's Lil Baby live in concert featuring the King Glorilla, Glossa, Rilo, Rodrigo, and Honcho. On the 30 made the 40s. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Brought to you by Mammoth Live and AG Touring.
You don't need to get personal, like revealing orange juice commercials make you cry, to get the State Farm personal price plan. Just call or go to statefarm.com for a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Kevin Utcher with you inside our studio. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the NBA on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed. Coming up on the AutoZone halftime report, we'll look ahead to game 2 of our doubleheader. Another 10 seed. This time they're taking on the 8. It'll be Oklahoma City and Minneapolis. We'll hear from Jalen Williams of the Thunder. By the way, that's Jalen Williams, Arkansas. How about that, Sean and Corey? No 10 seeds had ever won. 2 win the other night. Back to you guys in Miami.
Yeah, we made a little history here early in the play-in tournament era. And that has resulted in, obviously, that fact. But the other fact is that Miami, as a result, gets to play 2 home games this week, which is also a result of the fact that a 10 took care of business, or both 10s the other night. So we have one scoreboard. The big board above the floor, it says 39-36 Miami. The official box score, 42-36 Miami. So we'll try and work that out. I'm going to go with 39-36 at the moment here. And that's due to change as Tyler Hero's at the line to shoot 2 at our right with 2:48 to go in the quarter. And a rare free throw opportunity here for either side.
And I've seen 1 point be taken away before. However, I've never seen 3 points be taken away before.
Well, I think that they've taken a 3 away by Strus because he had a heel on the sideline after a further look.
I do not like that. If you don't call it during live game action, that should not be able to happen. That should not be a reviewable play. And so if the officials don't call it during live game action, they should not be able to take that away in the break.
Kind of a party pooper, aren't you?
I don't like it.
41-36, feed the low post. Vucevic. That's twice now he's worked over Adebayo down low. And he keeps Chicago in a one-possession game at 41-38. 2:25. Pretty crucial stretch here for both sides. The numbers are starting to really even out with regard to made field goals. One thing that stuck out for Chicago is assists on made field goals, as Caruso, one of the better defenders in town, got a hip into Strus on an angle left three-point attempt. So that's going to be 3 free throws now for Max Strus.
An opportunity for Max Strus to get to the free throw line and get back those 3 points that he was robbed of during the timeout. Under review. I can't believe that you're not as furious about this as I am. How do you go to the bench knowing that you've made 6 3-point field goals, and when you come out of timeout, all of a sudden you only have 5?
Well, you last time I checked, you have to be legally in bounds to get a 3-point shot. So
Then
if you
call
weren't,
it during game action, you can't go over and I mean, again, if you stop action during play and say, okay, we're going to look at that now, that's one thing. But you can't do that in a timeout.
I would rather them look at it during a timeout than stop play and interrupt flow of the game.
I'm going to have a conversation with my guy, Tony Brothers, on this one. I would rather you just call it on the floor. And if you don't call it on the floor, then forget about it. It's over and done with.
Said every official ever prior to 2015-ish. I get your point.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted.
2 free throws down for Strus. Make it 3.
And
now finally he's back to his 20 points.
Back to 20 points for the second time here tonight.
He's nearly doubled his point-per-game average from the regular season here in the first half. DeRozan picks it up, jump pass thrown wing left for White. Guarded by Hero. 9 to shoot. Hero drive past the screen, kicks a corner right. Caruso drills another 3 out of the corner pocket.
Well, we know about Alex Caruso's defense, but of course, when he won a championship with the Lakers, he made timely threes, and he's doing that here and playing action tonight.
Bubble championship with LA, 44-41. Caruso with 14. 1 of 2 in double figures for Chicago. Butler leaps to catch in a contested right corner, right in front of the Chicago bench. Works to the color, spins, shoots, missed another close one against White. Tap out rebound, finds Hero for Miami. Hero between the circles, goes between the legs with a right-hand dribble. Picks it up, slings it back to Strus. Steps left, shoots off the bounce, and ripped another one. What a half for Max Strus. 23 now in the first 2 quarters. 6 of 8 from downtown. 47-41 Miami. Levine, crossover, drive and kick to Caruso. This time left side of the floor. Guarded by Strus. Trying to work closer. Turns, goes off the baseline. Out to Levine. Wing left. Rises on a fade. Shoots over a double team and left it short. Rebounded by Miami. 50 seconds to go in the half.
This is a great 2-for-1 opportunity for the Heat.
Little push shot into lane. Hero on his way down is able to score.
But that's the way the 2-for-1 is supposed to be executed. They didn't do it very well at the end of the first quarter. This time, Tyler Hero does a great job recognizing and gets the bucket.
8-point lead. This is how we started the quarter. Rosen picks it up. That starts the clock. Swing into the right corner for Caruso. Goes around the Vucevic screen. Now Vucevic called for it. They send it over the top. Touch pass to Levine. Drives to the rim and got hit as he lays it in.
We watched Zach LaVine settle for jump shots to start this game, but in the second quarter, he's made a decision. I'm going to attack the basket, similar to what he did in the second half at Toronto, and he's been successful when he's put his head down and found his way to the rim.
Corey Alexander had 30 points in the second half. 29 of the 30 points came on drives in the second half at Toronto.
In which, you would have thought that he would have come out to start this game and been in attack mode getting downhill, but he shot a lot of threes early, but he didn't wait around for the second half to make the decision to get to the rim. He's done it here in the second quarter and now putting points on the board.
3-point play for Zach LaVine. It's 49-44. Shot clock at 15, game clock at 25 as Butler pops out to catch on the left sideline. Outstretched right hand, dribbles the top of the key, turns the corner, shovels out to Martin, tap it to Hero. Wing right for 3, too strong. Rebounded by Strus. 10 seconds to go in the half. Almost turned over at half court, and Hero's got a hold of it now on the logo. Hero drifting to his right, and coming to the ball was Strus, and he's knocked off his path. A foul here will put it on the right sideline with 4.9 seconds to go. Patrick Beverly is whistled for his second.
First team foul in the last 2 minutes, however, so it's going to be side out.
Eric Spoelstra pops Kyle Lowry back into the game real quick. 4.9 on the clock. He'll replace Martin, and Strus is the trigger man here front court right. Beverly will get up close. Raises two hands. Strus throws it in one right to Butler. Butler from in front of the Chicago bench. Dribbles the edge of the paint. Drop step. Shoots off the spin. No, says Tony Brothers as the ball went in on a bank shot. It was awfully close to the final buzzer here in quarter number 2, and they will review, but the call on the floor is no basket. So we'll hold right here, and the red light is on our monitor with the ball still in Butler's hand.
Great job defensively running someone else at Jimmy Butler, not allowing him to play one-on-one basketball there to get the shot off in time at the end of the quarter.
So Chicago wins the quarter by 3 points and have made it a 5-point game after trailing by 14 earlier in the half. We've got a ball game, 1 half to go to decide who is heading for the Eastern Conference playoff bracket. The basket is confirmed as no good to end the second quarter. At the end of quarter number 2, Miami 49, Chicago 44. Let's send it to Kevin Winter in the studio, the AutoZone halftime report.
Sean and Corey, by the way, would not be a Miami Heat playoff game without a Max Strus 3 being waved off because his foot was on the line. If you recall, it happened in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and it turned out to be pretty pivotal. The AutoZone halftime report has free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. To get in the zone, AutoZone. Up next, we'll look ahead to Game 2 of our doubleheader, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Oklahoma City winning in New Orleans 2 nights ago. Jalen Williams from Arkansas. We'll hear from him as how the Thunder can get a victory on the road. Halftime in Miami in the Eastern Conference 8th seed play-in tournament game. The Heat lead the Bulls 49-44. This is the NBA on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Moving day means that you and the things that matter to you are in for a big transition. There's a lot to figure out. New closets, different counter space, change of floor plan. No worries. CubeSmart is here, so you have a place for everything. It's our job to make self-storage as easy as possible. Online or in person, this is a self-storage experience that puts the focus on you because you matter to us. With self-storage that fits seamlessly into your life, you'll have plenty of peace of mind to unpack along the way. Click now to find a self-storage solution near you.
We live in a day of moral, spiritual, and political decline and decay that looks like everything is headed toward death. Will God intervene, and how could God turn the tide before the end of our lives occurs? God raised up a man named Elijah. We're going to study his life in the Bible. God is calling us to be like Elijah.
You don't need some guy on the radio to give you permission to enjoy yourself, but in case you were looking for one, hey. See, in Carlsbad, California, as long as you're doing you, you, my friend, are doing it right. So, yeah, permission to carpe the old diem however you want. Check us out at visitcarlsbad.com. It's all good.
Landmark construction projects, including the Denver and Salt Lake City International Airports, Facebook Eagle Mountain Data Center, and Molson Coors expansion. Apply now at rkcareers.com/apply. RK is a contractor of the future, offering schedule flexibility and great benefits. As part of the RK team, you'll have a hand in building some of the most important and high-profile projects in the country. Take your career to new heights. Apply now at rkcareers.com/apply.
This is Flea for This Little Light, the podcast about falling in love with music. I started a nonprofit music school about 20 years ago called the Silver Lake Conservatory of Music. The reason that I started doing this podcast was music education. I'll be speaking with Rick Rubin, Thundercat, Stuart Copeland, Margot Price, Corey Henry, Cynthia Erivo, Sheila E., and Patty Smith.
Please listen and follow This Little Light, a presentation of Cadence 13 on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Weddings, the celebration of everything that makes a couple perfect for each other. You know, laughing at the same terrible puns, smiley face brunch plates on weekends, still finding each other attractive after a 3-hour hike. Well, you can find your perfect fit too at Indochino, even if you're not the one at the altar. They'll help you design the suit of your dreams, fully customized and perfectly tailored. Choose every detail from lapels to linings and more. It's a bespoke experience without the premium price tag. In fact, suits start at just $4.99. My bad. Shh. Sorry. And made-to-measure shirts start at $89. Shop online and set up a measurement profile or book an appointment with an expert style guide at an Indochino showroom near you. Get matched with the suit that's perfect for you. Go to Indochino.com and use code PODCAST for 10% off any purchase of $3.99 or more. That's 10% off $3.99 or more at INDOCHINO.com. Code PODCAST.
Auto insurance rates start as low as 99 cents a day and launch your policy within minutes. Freeway Insurance understands that everybody wants to save, and sometimes they need to do it fast. Freeway Insurance has the best prices, the best options, and can get you insured in minutes. The Freeway team can help you save time and money with a fast, free quote made to fit your budget. For great auto insurance at an affordable price, Freeway Insurance is the answer. Visit freewayinsurance.com or tap the link below. Freeway, driving savings. Some restrictions and fees may apply. Quoted price for liability premium only.
Welcome back into 670 The Score. At halftime in the play-in game, the Miami Heat up against the Bulls by 5, 49-44. Bulls back where they started as the 5.5-point underdogs on BetMGM. And the total points, that is dipping now at 199.5. Player props, my favorite way to place a wager on BetMGM. Let's check in on them. For the Bulls, tracking Nikola Vucevic's over 15.5 points. Well, the Vooch has 8 points through 18 minutes, so halfway home for the over points. And let's go to the Miami Heat player prop, Tyler Hero. He has no triples through 3 attempts, but plenty of time left. But hey, if you took the over Max Strus triples, no doubt you already cashed out. Well, one more half to sweat your bets. Those were your courtside odds at halftime, presented by BetMGM. Get the BetMGM app today. Now you're winning with the king of sportsbooks. Please bet responsibly.
This is where the Bulls play. Levine throws it down with a right-handed power dunk. Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Baseball is back. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to local coverage for the team you love, live stream your favorite sports radio station, or jump back and listen to the best segments on demand.
Don't forget, we talk to the manager every Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Don't listen to some guy from the other side of the country tell you about your team. Live conversations for your local team, no matter where you are. Your season, your Odyssey. Get in the game and download the free Odyssey app today.
When you're ready to trade up from ordinary to extraordinary and the time of your life, visit the Midwest's premier entertainment destination, Four Winds Casinos. Extraordinary food, shows, shopping, and fun at Four Winds Casinos. Visit fourwindscasinos.com and trade up from ordinary to extraordinary. Four Winds Casinos.
In basketball, teamwork, dedication, and hard work add up to make a winner. The same things matter for your automotive dealer, and Anthony Buick GMC in Gurnee has what it takes to make you a winner. Anthony is Lake County's largest Buick GMC dealer, and their commitment to customer satisfaction knows no bounds. There are all kinds of reasons so many people are Anthony customers. Join a winning team with your friends at Anthony Buick GMC in Gurnee.
You got a friend at Anthony.
Weddings are a celebration of finding the perfect fit. And with Indochino, you can design a custom suit made to your measurements. Go to INDOCHINO.com and use code PODCAST for 10% off any order of $3.99 or more.
A lot goes into taking care of your property.
You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in. Like #1 selling Kubota VX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Bingham Equipment, 11 convenient locations. On the web at binghamequipment.com.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Heat 49, Bulls 44, back at the Kaseya Center in Miami. Adam Amin in for the Hall of Famer Chuck Swirsky. Bill Wennington will be along shortly. Our keys to the game sponsored by Fair Oaks Ford and Fair Oaks Lincoln in Naperville. Visit fairoaksford.com and fairoakslincoln.com. Max Strus, 6 of 8 from the three-point line, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 23 points for Max Strus. He had 6 of the 7 three-point makes for Miami, which shot just 16 of 36 from the field, but 7 of 16 from three-point range. Bulls were able to answer a little bit. Alex Caruso went 4 of 6 from downtown. He had 4 of the 5 Bulls makes, and he led the Bulls, as we all expected, with 14 first-half points. Miami 49, Bulls 44 as we get set for the start of the third quarter. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Chicago Bulls basketball on The Score and the Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Ira DeSumo here. This is your official radio home for the Chicago Bulls basketball. Listen to every moment of the action right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Odyssey celebrates Earth Month as part of One Thing. If all of us do our one thing, together, that's millions of things for our planet. Join us right here on the Odyssey app. There you can discover what your one thing is by listening to podcasts like Hot Take, TED Climate, or The Climate Question. Hear the latest environmental news or listen to music about our planet. Odyssey celebrates Earth Month right here on the free Odyssey app. Just search One Thing.
What makes a buzzer beater so great? The energy, the spontaneity, the choice to just go for it. Last-second flight changes aren't so different. Whether it's pulling an all-nighter, checking off a bucket list item, or extending your trip for some R&R. At United, we think last-second calls are yours to make. That's why we don't charge change fees, ever. This is what an airline looks like when good leads the way. United is proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Bulls. Exceptions apply for certain international flights. Ever applies to flights within the U.S., in between the U.S. and Mexico or the Caribbean. Auto insurance rates start as low as 99 cents a day and launch your policy within minutes. Freeway Insurance understands that everybody wants to save, and sometimes they need to do it fast. Freeway Insurance has the best prices, the best options, and can get you insured in minutes. The Freeway team can help you save time and money with a fast, free quote made to fit your budget. For great auto insurance at an affordable price, Freeway Insurance is the answer. Visit freewayinsurance.com or tap the link below. Freeway, driving savings. Some restrictions and fees may apply. Quoted price for liability premium only.
My bank is merging with some way bigger bank. Their service wasn't great before. What's it going to be like after the merger?
Wow. Do you even know anyone at your bank? You should bank local with Marquette Bank. They have the digital stuff you need. But even better, I can get my banker on the phone quick. Plus, they really give back in the neighborhood.
When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Love where you bank.
Back at the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida. Bulls trail the Heat by 5, 49-44 the score. As we get set for the start of the second half, Bulls shot 44% from the field, as did Miami in the first stanza. Bulls with one more field goal made. Turnovers a little bit of an issue for the Heat. They've turned it over 8 times, but the Bulls have only scored 4 points off those turnovers. Meanwhile, the Bulls' 5 turnovers has led to 8 Miami points. 23 for Max Strus, as we said, as he hit 6 of 8 from three-point range. Bam Adebayo had 10 rebounds with just 4 points in that first half. No other double-figure score for the Heat. Caruso led the Bulls with 14 points, 10 from DeMar DeRozan, 4 of which came at the free throw line, and he had 5 assists in that opening half. Kobe White came off the bench with 5 points and 4 assists in the opening stanza. We'll get set for the start of the third quarter, which is brought to you by Horizon Therapeutics, where science and compassion work together to transform lives. Billy, we've broken down all the numbers. Give me a sense of the feel for the third quarter that's coming up here?
Well, if the Bulls can come out and play like they did in the second quarter defensively with the energy, they are going to do very, very well here. And obviously, you're going to have to find a way to control Max Strus, not let him get hot. Now, I'm hoping Max has felt good enough in the game that he's done with his making three-point shots. I hope he takes 30 more and misses 29 of them.
That would be a very low percentage in the second half. I agree. And an incredible amount of shots to take. The one number that did stick out, the points off turnovers, the Bulls not really taking advantage of the turnovers right now. That's something they did exceptionally well in the 3 regular season meetings. They averaged 20 points off turnovers per meeting against Miami this year, but couldn't really get points off that. Do you want to see a higher pace? Do you want to see the pace be turned up a little bit against this Miami team?
No, normally it's not, but I looked at the numbers that Atlanta did, and they got 90 shots up on them and forced them into that pace too. I think it's better because they're going to get a little careless if they're playing at that pace. And you've seen it just in the half-court sets. When the Bulls put up and bring up the energy, they get out of control a little bit. They start to make some bad passes, or start to throw the ball where players aren't anymore, and just bad decisions. So if you can get them thinking that quickly, they're not used to it, and I think that'll be in the Bulls' favors because the Bulls can play at that pace, and Miami just struggles with it.
Heat by 5 as we get set for the start of the second half. Same 10 that began the game will start the second half. Caruso, Levine, Vucevic, DeRozan, and Beverly for the Bulls in black. Vincent, Adebayo, Hero, Butler, and Strus for the Heat in the home white. Some full court pressure, nearly an 8-second violation as Beverly was hassling Vincent, but Miami gets it across. Butler on the left wing. Holds overhead, feeds it into Adebayo, box on the left. He faces up outside the paint. Lob for Butler on a cut to the rim, on the other side of the rim, and he puts it in one fell swoop on an alley-oop.
Yeah, that's something that I think all teams should try to do more, and Bulls should do with Zach LaVine a lot more, where he doesn't have the ball, and all of a sudden he cuts to the rim.
Beverly takes a left wing three, misses off the right side. Here comes Adebayo for Miami with his 10th rebound. Into the front court, starts to drive on Vucevic, a spin into the paint, lefty layup off the back rim, and rebounded by Vuce. 8.6 rebounds for Nikola. Here's DeRozan up top against Vincent. Shoos everyone away, spins into a double team, feeds Vucevic, swing to Caruso left wing, drives towards the paint, has to wheel it back out. 8 on the clock, bounce into Vucevic in the paint, double on him, kick to Levine, open right corner three, rims out, Beverly taps it, but into the hands of Vincent and Miami.
That's a great play, run that again. Zach wide open, he'll make those shots.
Adebayo, shoulders into the paint, he gets hurdled by Patrick Beverly. And a foul is called on the Bulls on the floor, I imagine on Beverly.
Yes.
Adebayo had the ball and kind of dropped it, went dipping down, bent at the waist to grab it, and Beverly had already begun this leaping motion, and unfortunately Beverly almost
on the floor,
sat.
Foul. The play is being reviewed to see if it's potentially flagrant.
Kind of almost sat on the head of Adebayo while hurdling him. And you just heard Tony Brothers say they're going to look at this for a flagrant.
And it's... I don't understand why. I mean, it's clearly an accident. Adebayo drops the ball and falls, goes down to the floor. Patrick had already left the ground, and the problem is his knee hit him in the head. And, Patrick, when he left, he can't anticipate that he's going to duck his head down and go to the floor or down low. I mean, he's a big fellow. So there's no intent. It's not malicious. It's just he landed on him.
Yeah, the word that's used in the rulebook for flagrant one is typically unnecessary.
Yes.
And I don't think that's an unnecessary play. It's an incidental play that took place.
Yeah.
Now, I know they look at contact above the shoulders, too. Let's see.
Ruling on the floor, common foul. The ball inbounds.
Sure enough, it's a common foul on Beverly. So that will be the third personal on Beverly.
And it's the right call. I mean, there's no two ways about it. If they turned it over, I would have been concerned.
Yeah.
And it's hard, and Bam gets hit with a knee in the head, not a direct knee, a side knee, because he kind of straddled over him.
Yeah. It kind of glanced off the back of Bam's head.
But Patrick was going to have a nice block, but Vooch knocked the ball away, and Bam had to go down and pick it up.
So inbound far side, 10:45 third quarter. Heat with the lead and the ball. They lead by 7. Butler cuts to the right block, catches, turns, shoots, scores, and draws a foul on a running Caruso. I don't even know if that's fair on Alex because he tried to stop and go vertical. He's looking up at the Jumbotron to see if indeed it was a foul.
And I tell you what, there was very minimal contact right there, but give Jimmy credit. And also Jimmy kicks his legs up, but the contact wasn't on the legs. It was on the side.
Yep.
But give Jimmy credit for that because that was a stop and pop off a full sprint.
So Butler makes the free throw. He's got all 5 for Miami out of the gate here in the third. 54-44. Heat leaded by 10 again. Bulls in the front court to our right. DeRozan up top. Crosses over. Pull-up jumper on Strus is good from 18 feet straight on. DeMar DeRozan with 12.
Easy shot there. There's no guard. I don't know what happened to defense. How they fell off.
It's Beverly on Butler. Working at the top of the key. Stops the dribble. Feeds Adebayo. Adebayo holds overhead at the top of the key against Vucevic and directs traffic. Looks for a cutting Butler who catches at the rim. Adjusts at the rim trying to score it. Knocked away into the hands of Adebayo. Gallops into the paint. Right-handed floater, no. And here come the Bulls.
Oh, you can already see this half offensively. Jimmy Butler trying to take a little more control of the offense for Miami.
There's Levine on the angle left. Bounces to DeRozan, who pulls up for a right wing three. Off the rim twice, no good. Tapped into the air and grabbed by Hero. Here comes Miami, up by 8. Hero on the right wing, picked up by Levine. Picks up the dribble. Caruso switched on to Bam Adebayo. Strus takes a deep left side 3 off the front rim. Grabbed by DeRozan.
I tell you what, Strus was open. Vooch was there. It was a bad matchup on the break.
Well, now here's the matchup at the other end. Vucevic in the paint against Strus. Turns, hooks it up with the right hand and in.
And that's a huge call. Bulls saw that mismatch right away and got it to him quick. Need to do that again if there's a mismatch like that.
Vucevic needs to get going. He's got 10 points now, 7 rebounds. Hero on the right wing, drives towards the baseline, gets to the block too easily and just floats it in from 2 feet out.
Yeah. In a game where the Bulls have done so well closing off the paints and the drive, sometimes like that spot right there, he gets right inside the paint on the block. Too easy.
Here's Levine in from the right, splits the double, got away with a travel and fed Caruso on the left wing. 3 minutes into this third. Here's Levine, left corner, baseline drive to the rim, glides in and lays it in with the finger roll.
I love Zach Levine. I mean, he can put the ball on the floor from anywhere on the floor, any position, and get to the rim with ease.
He's got 9 points, just 4 of 12. Here's Butler driving left baseline against Caruso. Jump pass right corner. Vincent takes a 3. May have been blocked by DeRozan into the hands of Vucevic. Here come the Bulls, down by 6. Up ahead to Beverly front court. Trails it back to DeRozan now. At the top of the key against Adebayo. Crossover dribble, feeds Vucevic, mismatch again, turn around, right hand, hook over Butler is good.
That's actually a great play. He timed it perfectly. I thought he missed Vooch, but he just took one more dribble to let Vooch get even closer. Nice play.
They're feeding Vucevic now. He's got 12. Bulls down 4. Here's Adebayo. Curls at the foul line around a Strus screen. Misses the jumper. Rebound Levine, pushing the pace left to right into the front court. At the top, line to the lane against Adebayo. Floats it up and in with the strength that time. Zach Levine with 2 more.
And that's Zach Levine just recognizing the defense. Bam Adebayo, really the only one blocking his path. Everyone else kind of slowing down. Didn't pay attention.
10-2 Bulls run to get back within 2. 4 minutes into the third. Hero sweeping to the rim, lost it into the hands of Caruso. Sprinting into the front court, left to right. Caruso in the lane to the cup. Reverse layup against Strus is good. Alex Caruso is having one of the best games of his season. The Bulls, after trailing by 10 in the third, have come back to tie it at 56 apiece. Timeout Miami with 7:40 to play in the third. You're listening to Chicago Bulls basketball on The Score and the Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Billy Donovan here. This is your official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball. Listen to every moment right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Odyssey is celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip-hop all year long with Hip-Hop Made. Download the free Odyssey app. That's AUDACY, where we explore the sounds of 50 years of hip-hop. Let's go. Just search Hip-Hop Made for stations that represent the decades of hip-hop, the cities of hip-hop, the moods, the culture, the artists, the future, and live stations from around the country that represent hip-hop right now in your favorite city. Odyssey.com/Hip-Hop Made and on the free Odyssey app.
Auto insurance rates start as low as 99 cents a day and launch your policy within minutes. Freeway Insurance understands that everybody wants to save, and sometimes they need to do it fast. Freeway Insurance has the best prices, the best options, and can get you insured in minutes. The Freeway team can help you save time and money with a fast, free quote made to fit your budget. For great auto insurance at an affordable price, Freeway Insurance is the answer. Visit freewayinsurance.com or tap the link below. Freeway, driving savings. Some restrictions and fees may apply. Quoted price for liability premium only.
When you find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, hiding your habit, and losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
Today's 5-day forecast brought to you by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Hot, humid, 98 degrees. Well, not exactly yet. This is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. It's time for your annual AC tune-up. For only $89.95, we'll perform a complete tune-up and include a free 1-year, no-breakdown guarantee. That's right, $89.95 and a 1-year, no-breakdown guarantee from your trusted local expert, Four Seasons.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
56 apiece with 7:40 to play in this third quarter. Alex Caruso helping to spur the charge. He's probably the guy on a roll right now. It's sponsored by Bet Rivers, Chicago's hometown sportsbook.
Alex Caruso has been huge, and we talked about this earlier in the game. Someone's got to step up and help DeMar and Zach LaVine and Vooch, and Alex Caruso is being that guy right now. He's stepped up in a big way.
It is a season-high 16 points for Alex Caruso in this contest.
That's absolutely phenomenal. And 4 3-pointers out of Alex Caruso is just what the broadcasters ordered.
There are no doctors on this call, certainly not anyone of intellect is sitting in this chair right now. Adam Amin, Bill Wennington, our great Bulls Radio Network crew, in Hall of Famer Chuck Swirsky tonight. He'll be back with you on Sunday if the Bulls win this game. The winner of this game will take on the Milwaukee Bucks Sunday afternoon in Game 1 of the first round. Heat to inbound, working from right to left in the home whites. The Kaseya Center, as it's now known, and has been for the last month plus, starting to fill up again after halftime. Vincent sprints into the front court against the pressure of Beverly, shoos him away with the right hand. Has it and bounces it to Hero left wing, picked up by Beverly. Hero doubled, so Butler cuts, goes to the rim, and jams it in against DeRozan. Beautifully executed by Miami.
It really was. And we talked about in the first half how the Bulls played that well and helped Vooch out when he has to help on a drive. That time just a little bit late.
58-56 Miami. Here are the Bulls front court right. DeRozan crossing over the dribble against Butler. Butler clawing and reaching. DeRozan spins up a shot with pressure and puts it in from the left elbow, pushing it in with the contested right arm.
Great players make great shots, and Jimmy Butler was all over on that one. That was a tough shot, greatly executed.
DeRozan's got 14. Here's Hero double. Bounces it to Butler at the rim. Tough catch, turns around, makes it up too strong. Long rebound to DeRozan. Here he comes sprinting into the front court to our right. Pulls up on the left wing. Keeps the bounce going against Butler. Backing him inside the arc. Still backing. Kicks to Vucevic. Swing to Caruso. Top of the key, Caruso. Crosses over. Drives right of the lane. Pull-up jumper blocked by Hero from behind. Into the hands of the Heat. Here comes Butler across the timeline right to left. Stops right elbow. Keeps the bounce going. Jump pass to Strus. Open top of the key. 3. Around and out. Rebound LaVine.
He was too open.
Tied at 58. Here's Zach on the right wing. This is the time of the game where he took over against Toronto. Top of the circle, kicks to DeRozan left wing, drives into the paint, gallops inside, lobs it for Vucevic, off-target pass into the hands of Hero. Here comes Miami right to left. Hero flings it left corner for a Vincent 3. Line drive does not go. Rebound Vucevic, one-handed, up ahead, outlet pass to LaVine! To the cup with a right-handed jam, sponsored by Dunkin'. The Chicago Bulls run on Dunkin'. What a feed by Vucevic in one fell swoop. Swung it up the floor to LaVine on a dead sprint to the cup for the dunk.
That was like a Kevin Love outlet pass. That was perfect.
And the Bulls have regained their largest lead at 2. Here's Butler left corner, swiped out of bounds by Beverly, and 4.1 of the shot clock for Miami.
You talk about momentum of a basketball game, and it doesn't take a whole lot. That play right there really can turn the tides here for the Bulls. The energy, see the energy. Patrick Beverly right there defensively, feet moving. Everyone's up right now. It's almost bad, and it's almost Spoelstra right now making substitutions, kind of delay things up a little bit, trying to get the Bulls to lose a little of that energy.
Lowry and Martin check in. Inbound to Strus. Here he is, left corner with the shot clock fading down. Misses out the front rim on the jumper. Rebound Beverly. Bulls pushing the pace again. It's LaVine to Kobe White, left wing. Couple of dribbles, finds Vucevic. Now Caruso, right wing, high arcing 3. Around and out. Rebounded by Martin in Miami. Here come the Heat, down by 2. The Bulls have the lead with 5 minutes to play in the third. Butler on the right wing, drives Levine to the baseline, takes him underneath the rim, had it stripped into the hands of Martin, who just easily lays it in. Beverly had hit the deck after knocking it out of the hands of Butler.
Yeah, tough play right there. Just Beverly falls to the ground. There's just no one there to stop the layup.
Here's Levine, left corner. Working on Vincent, dribbles it out to the wing, steps in for a long two. Low good off the back rim, long rebound to the Heat. Lowry across the timeline. Sends it cross court, and an offensive foul on Bam Adebayo, who had sprinted to the rim and was mismatched with Zach LaVine. And credit to LaVine, who draws an offensive foul from Adebayo.
A great job by Zach. Just a smart defensive play right there. I want to remind everybody, when there's a turnover forced by the Bulls, brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers, reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Bulls have it, 4:44 to play, third quarter. We are tied at 60. Bulls looking for another third quarter explosion the way they saw it up north of the border. Here's Levine around a Vucevic screen, feeds Williams right corner. Couple of dribbles to the block, stop, spins, turnaround jumper over Butler is well deterred and too strong. Here comes Lowry from Miami right to left, drives on White, stumbled, and a whistle and a foul against Kobe White.
See, that's a tough play because he was out of control, threw his body into Kobe. Was Kobe stationary? No. But that's just a tough play to call right now.
And it's the third foul on Kobe White. It's the third foul on the Bulls in this third quarter. Tied at 60. And a side out of bounds here. As Adebayo comes out, Kevin Love is in for the Heat. Far sideline, front court left. Inbound comes in up top to Love. Leaves it for Lowry right wing. White matched up with Butler. Inbound or a post feed is intercepted by a leaping Kobe White on the front.
Great defense. Great defense. Double team. That was a bad pass, honestly.
Dosumu to Vucevic, box on the right against Love. Turns around, faces up baseline. Now starts the back down. Double comes out to Levine, right wing, curls into the paint. Lost it out of the way to the cup. Turnover to Miami. Here comes Butler, front court left. In from the left against White. Hangs in the air and draws a foul. Ayo Dosumu came sprinting back to help, and it ends up being a whistle and a foul against the Bulls, the fourth team foul against the Bulls and the first on Ayo.
And that's tough right there. Zach starts to make a great move to the basket like he's been doing, but just loses the ball. Again, another turnover, and Jimmy Butler just trying to take advantage, forcing the issue. By the way, assists for the Bulls. They have 19 assists on 25 buckets. And assists sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union, assisting members with their finances for over 80 years, glcu.org.
Butler makes the first of two. Billy Donovan takes the between free throws timeout. 61-60 Miami with 4 minutes to play in the third. You're listening to Chicago Bulls basketball on the Score and the Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ball game over. Bulls win. Bulls win.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
I'm JR of CBS Sports Radio, and I want to introduce you to a new podcast titled Agents of Inclusion, brought to you by Special Olympics, Odyssey, and JR Sport Brief Productions. Every Wednesday, we'll be speaking with a different Special Olympics athlete to share their stories of perseverance, accomplishment, and path towards inclusion. We don't want you to just listen. We want you to become an active agent of inclusion as well. Special Olympics, Agents of Inclusion, find it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Auto insurance rates start as low as 99 cents a day and launch your policy within minutes. Freeway Insurance understands that everybody wants to save, and sometimes they need to do it fast. Freeway Insurance has the best prices, the best options, and can get you insured in minutes. The Freeway team can help you save time and money with a fast, free quote made to fit your budget. For great auto insurance at an affordable price, Freeway Insurance is the answer. Visit freewayinsurance.com or tap the link below. Freeway, driving savings. Some restrictions and fees may apply. Quoted price for liability premium only.
After crashing my bike, further testing revealed the unthinkable, aggressive prostate cancer. I'm Dave, and when my first hospital said they couldn't remove the tumor, I turned to the team at Northwestern Medicine.
Top ranked in Illinois for cancer and urology by U.S. News and World Report, Dave's team used breakthrough robotic surgery to remove his tumor.
Because of my team, this was a race I won.
Northwestern Medicine offers second opinions for all types of urologic conditions. Because what makes us better makes you better.
Remy Martin's legacy of celebrating communities and excellence in sports and the music scene. The heart and soul of local communities created cultural movements that paved the way for the future. Enjoy Remy Martin's 1738 Sidecar, Remy Martin VSOP with ginger ale, or create your own cocktails. Find inspiration and more fresh recipes at RemyMartin.com. Remy Martin. Team up for excellence. Remy Martin Cognac Fiend Champagne, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by Remy Cointreau USA, New York, New York. Please drink responsibly.
And we're back. Chicago Bulls get it back here in the third quarter. They had to lead for a moment. They're down 61-60, and they have been playing terrific defense, energy-wise, pushing the pace. Just a couple of turnovers have given Miami a chance here. But the Bulls' big three getting it done. DeRozan with 14, Vooch with 12 and 9, and Zach LaVine, who's still warming up, has 13, but getting things going. The star of the game so far for the Bulls, though, offensively, has been Alex Caruso, who stepped up big time with 16 points and has been the big answer for the Bulls here in this game.
Miami has Lowry, Martin, and Strus, along with Butler and Love, their current five. It's one of their smaller lineups. Love playing the five. Levine, Dosunmu, White, and Williams, along with Vucevic for the Bulls. Back and forth we've gone in this contest.
And you see for Miami here in this third quarter, Jimmy Butler had 9 points at halftime, but he's definitely stepped it up, trying to get things going. He's got 8 points here in this third quarter already, but he's kind of tried to be the leader and force the issue offensively for Miami.
And getting back to the foul line once again. This is his fourth free throw attempt of the game. It is up, and it is good to give Miami a 62-60 lead with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Levine will bring it up against Caleb Martin, a good defender. Leaves it for White on the handoff. Now Vucevic to White out high. White dribbling against Martin, crossing him open. Top of the key. Starts left, comes right, spins in the paint. Step back jumper, Kobe White in and out. Really good moves, everything but the finish.
Terrific move right there. Has the defense jumping all over the place.
Lowry gets Vucevic on a switch, so they go to Love against White. Box on the left. Love lost it, had to lunge to get it. Cutting is Martin in the paint against Levine. Blocked by Kobe White from the backside. Bulls get a block sponsored by BetMGM. Get the BetMGM app today. Now you're winning with the king of sportsbooks. Please bet responsibly. It's Kobe White knocking it out of bounds with 7 to shoot.
Got to be the hair. Got to be the hair.
He's let it loose.
I love it too.
Inbound to Butler. Kicks it back out for Love. A left side three in traffic. No good. Rebound DeRozan.
I'll take that right now. He's hasn't played a whole lot cold. Normally he can shoot those. You don't like it, but right now it's not a bad shot for the Bulls to let it happen.
There's Kobe White at the top. Swings to Levine right side. Drummond is in the game for Vucevic. Levine dribbles baseline right. Stops. Step back jumper. No good from 12. Rebound Love ahead to Lowry. Across the timeline for Miami. Comes into Butler on the left corner. Isolated against DeMar DeRozan. 20 feet away. Now backs it out beyond the three-point line. Slow crossover dribble. Shot fake. Kick to Love. Deep left side. Three is good for Kevin Love. Now he's hit one. And he gives Miami the 5-point lead.
And that was a tough one there. You have right now Drummond guarding him, and he played just a little bit too far off him. I'd return a favor. I'd get Drummond in a low post right now with Love on his back. There's nothing Love can do against the big fella.
2:25 left third quarter. Miami leads 65-60. Here's Levine for the Bulls at the top. Crossover on Martin. Dives into the paint. Through the traffic and a blocking foul as he flipped the shot up. No good. He'll have 2 free throws coming as Love picks up his second personal. It's the first on Miami. And with 2:19 to play in the third quarter, Zach LaVine is going to the line for free throws 2 and 3 on his night.
And I love that play right there. And Kevin Love is a good defender. In other words, he anticipates everything, knows what's happening. But Zach is just so quick with his drive and his first step and then getting to the rim. There's just no time for him. I also want to remind everybody, with 3-pointers, partner with LRS, the nation's independent MVP of the waste industry. Request a code at lrsrecycles.com.
Levine clanks the first free throw off the front rim. That's the first free throw missed for the Bulls. They're 5 of 5 prior. Only 6 attempts. Heat are 13 of 13 at the free throw line. Second one from Levine at the line to the right is right through. Zach LaVine has 14 points. It's 65-61 Miami with the lead and the ball. Strus walks it across the timeline against Levine. Picked up by Williams on a switch. They go to Butler against Levine on the right wing outside the arc. Couple of jab steps, now dribbles right towards the baseline. Stops, gets Levine in the air, leans to the rim, missed the layup. It ricochets out of bounds. Last touched off the leg of Williams. It'll be Miami ball with 14 to shoot.
And how about Patrick Williams reading the defense, seeing the isolation, gets over in the right position so that when Zach does get beat, he's right there for the help.
Lob inbounds the foul line for Butler. Throws it to Spruce right side. He dives in on White into the paint. Right-handed runner. Rims out. Rebound Drummond. Minute 50 left in the third. Bulls down by 4. Here's DeRozan at the top. Sizing up Martin. Crossover. Shot fake. Pull-up jumper. Left elbow. No. Drummond offensive rebound. Bodying his way against Love. And a whistle and a foul is called against Miami. As Andre Drummond snatched the offensive rebound. It'll be a foul on Love, his third.
And this is something Eric Spoelstra is going to have to think about right now, because with Drummond in the game and just Love is the big guy there, if Drummond's just around the basket on a missed shot, he's going to get the rebound.
Hero is back in. Strus comes out. Now let's see if the Bulls take advantage of this matchup while they have it. Inbound to DeRozan. 12 on the shot clock. Looks near the logo. Sizing up Martin, starts the dribble, crosses over, left of the lane, stops in the paint, shot fake, spin, kick to Williams right wing, drives right baseline, pull up 10-footer, rattles it down. Patrick Williams with his first points of the night, and that pulls the Bulls within 2.
Big time play right there. Jimmy Butler was on him, but he made a quick move. Got by Jimmy.
Throw comes inside to Martin, right block against DeRozan, lost it, throws it out for Lowry, takes a left wing three, no, Love, offensive rebound, falling to the ground, and he got pushed by Patrick Williams. It'll be a foul against the Bulls. Kyle Lowry got a free look as Kobe White nearly intercepted that lobbed pass out to the left wing. Just missed it. Lowry got a clean look, and then on the rebound action, Kevin Love went sprawling to the ground and hit the back of his head, lightly, but still the back of his head. And I was there in Game 6 a few years back between Cleveland and Boston when Love had a similar play and got taken out of the rest of that series.
He's up, but still holding the back of his head.
Yeah.
And it was actually a smart play by Love. He kind of walked Patrick Williams closer to the basket to give himself more room to get a long rebound, which he got, but he's paying a price for it.
It is the 5th foul on the Bulls, so bonus time for Love, who is still bent over at the waist and slow to kind of gather himself. Hopefully Love is okay.
The hard part, one, yes, your head hurts, but tomorrow your neck hurts.
Yeah,
when that whiplash-type motion happens.
Yeah, it kind of snapped back to the ground. Love at the line to the left for 2 free throws. First one is up and good. Kevin Love played 21 games and started 17 with the Heat at the end of the regular season after 41 games with Cleveland. He was really out of the rotation, and now has found a second unit role with Miami in the play-in.
I think he was a great pickup for Miami and what he could do, and I'm really unfortunate that this is going to be his last game, though.
There you go. He knocks down both free throws. It's 67-63 Miami, 70 ticks for the third. 9 points for Love off the bench. White into the front court around a Williams screen. Handoff for DeRozan. Curls back to the top. Crossover dribble. Pull-up jumper over Martin off the back rim from 17. Offensive rebound. Drummond forces it up and in. And a foul on Kyle Lowry. Andre Drummond grabbed it with both hands. Forced through the contact of Lowry. Banked it in and a foul.
I mean, he's just too big down low. There's no way a 6'9" guy can guard Drummond at that strength and size under the bucket. Chance for a 3-point play, and I love it.
5 rebounds, first points there for Drummond in just 6 minutes. Flips the free throw up, no good off back rim. 67-65 Miami with the ball. Less than a minute to go in the third. Winner of this game to the playoffs. Loser of this game is done. Hero out high in the logo. Against Drummond on a switch. Drummond trying to move his feet. Hero stop and start. Hesitation on the dribble, has to get rid of it. Butler has it left side, takes a 3. No good over White, and Drummond squares the rebound. Great defensive set by Andre Drummond.
Yeah, well, he stopped Hero from getting it. He stayed in front of him, forced him to pass it back out, and then he's there for the rebound afterwards. He's really played well in his time tonight.
Here's Levine, 12 to shoot, deep right side against Butler. Crosses, dives to the foul line, kick to DeRozan, catch and shoot, left wing 3, off the back rim, into the air. Williams taps it to DeRozan. DeMar glides to the rim, forces it up off the glass, counted and a foul! DeMar DeRozan ties the game on the second chance opportunity, banging his way through traffic, pinballs the 2, and a chance for the lead at the line.
And you know when DeMar DeRozan has the ball in his hands, he can make things happen. But Patrick Williams diving to keep that ball alive, to keep it a second chance opportunity is absolutely terrific. And a big-time play right there, and DeMar going to take advantage of it here with a 3-point play to give the Bulls, again, a 1-point lead.
And Kevin Love picks up his 4th foul. Now DeRozan will be at the line, and Andre Drummond's coming out. Jones is coming in, and all the Bulls, including Zach LaVine, just gave Drummond a round of applause for his efforts. Some key plays by Drummond in that bench stint.
And Billy as well.
Yeah, Billy Donovan came up off the bench, gave him a handshake and a pat on the backside.
And
so it's Jones, Beverly, White. Somebody's got to come off. It'll be LaVine.
Yep.
So it'll be Williams, White, Jones, Beverly, and DeRozan at the free throw line for one. They try to give the Bulls the lead. We're tied at 67 with 14 seconds left in the third. DeRozan with 16 points. The free throw is up and good. He's 5 of 5 at the line. He's got 8 assists as well. 68-67 Bulls. Final seconds of the third. Here's Miami right to left. Hero into the front court. Picked up by Kobe White. Top of the key. Behind the back. Dribble 5 on the clock. Still on the bounce. Hero right wing. Crosses over. Pull up. Deep three. Airballed it out of bounds. And the Bulls maintain the lead through 3 quarters here in Miami. Chicago 68. Miami 67. The Bulls 12 minutes away from a date with the Bucks. You're listening to Chicago Bulls basketball on The Score and the Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, DeMar DeRozan here. This is your official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball. Listen to every moment of the action right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score in the Odyssey app.
Baseball is back. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to local coverage for the team you love, live stream your favorite sports radio station, or jump back and listen to the best segments on demand.
Don't forget we talk to the manager every Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Don't listen to some guy from the other side of the country tell you about your team. Live conversations for your local team, no matter where you are. Your season, your Odyssey. Get in the game and download the free Odyssey app today.
Auto insurance rates start as low as 99 cents a day and launch your policy within minutes. Freeway Insurance understands that everybody wants to save, and sometimes they need to do it fast. Freeway Insurance has the best prices, the best options, and can get you insured in minutes. The Freeway team can help you save time and money with a fast, free quote made to fit your budget. For great auto insurance at an affordable price, Freeway Insurance is the answer. Visit freewayinsurance.com or tap the link below. Freeway, driving savings. Some restrictions and fees may apply. Quoted price for liability premium only.
Hey baseball fans, this is All-Star Ian Happ. You guys know that Connect Roasters is the coffee that fuels the Northsiders, and I have some great news. Connect is adding the Gold Glove blend to its permanent lineup. We know how much you love the blend. It's been our best seller since last season, so we're going to give it new packaging and add it to the Home Run Club. If you're new to Connect, head to connectroasters.com, grab the Gold Glove blend, and use promo code 670BLEND to get 30% off a second bag of beans. That's promo code 670BLEND for 30% off of a second bag.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours, the one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed in most states.
Welcome back in. The Bulls up by 1 over the Miami Heat, 68-67, entering the final frame. Bulls narrow as the 1.5-point underdogs, and the points, they are trending down now at 189.5. One more quarter to sweat your bets, and those were your courtside odds presented by BetMGM. Get the BetMGM app today. Now you're winning with the king of sportsbooks. Please bet responsibly. Adam and Bill, back to you up in Miami.
Alyssa, thanks so much. It is a 68-67 Bulls lead through 3 quarters, and our great stat of the game is sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. Paint points in that third quarter, Billy. The Bulls were able to establish the yellow painted area.
They really did. At halftime, it was 16-14 in favor of the Bulls, just 2. But now, 30-22, Bulls really established. And Vooch and Drummond, both of them, getting things done in the paint, taking advantage of your advantage.
That was beautifully done, my friend. Getting set for the start of the fourth quarter. It is sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. For all the right reasons, call 866 Four Seasons.
I thought I was being a little redundant, but it's all right.
There's no redundancy with you and I. I'm very happy to be here tonight. I was purposely misusing the word redundant there. Oh, boy. On the inbound pass to start the fourth quarter, Williams tried to go close range to Kobe White. who was being hassled by Gabe Vincent. White was trying to draw a foul, but Kobe never grabbed the ball. It went out of bounds off of White, and Miami gets to start the fourth quarter.
I just don't like that.
Inbound to Hero, and then an offensive foul on Hero on the jumper. He got a catch-and-shoot jumper on the inbound right corner, but he kicked his leg out, and it was right in front of Josh Tiven, the official. So both teams with a little bit of a miscue to start the frame.
I got to remember Reggie Miller on that one.
The kick-outiest of kick-outs.
Yes.
Oh, he tripped Patrick Beverly. Pretty easy call there for Tiven. There comes DeRozan into the front court. DeRozan, Williams, Drummond, White, and Beverly for the Bulls. Leading by one to start the fourth. DeRozan around a double screen. At the top, pull-up jumper, 18-footer, in and out. Drummond and Adebayo fight for it. Loose to Lowry. Here comes Miami. Lowry into the front court, picked up by White on the left wing. Works around an Adebayo screen. Curls to the foul line on White. Stops, spins. Tough turnaround jumper for Kyle Lowry. Goes right down the chute. And Miami regains the lead at 69-68.
That was one of the few times the Bulls didn't crowd the paint, collapse around Lowry or anyone who had the ball down low.
5 points for Lowry after his outburst against Atlanta of 33. Here's White at the top. Holds on his right hip. Couple of bounces to his right. Picked up by Lowry. He tries to draw a charge. White, step back, right wing. Three is good! Kobe White said, get off me, and buried his first triple of the second half.
And with that three-pointer, partner with LRS, the champions of the waste and recycling industry. Request a quote at lrsrecycles.com.
Tyler Hero dribbles baseline and circles it back out. Gets it back from Lowry at the top with 10. Working against Drummond on a switch. Blocked by Drummond on a three. Loose ball to Hero. He gets it back. Finds Martin for a left corner line drive three. And he sinks it. Miami regains the lead. Drummond with a great defensive play, but Hero with the effort.
Yeah, just chasing down the loose ball. Miami got to that one first. Again, good defense, but you got to pick them up.
Beverly right corner against Lowry. Swinging the elbows. Drives baseline. Bounce to Drummond at the rim for the jam. Andre Drummond pounds one down. Sponsored by Dunkin'. The Chicago Bulls run on Dunkin'. Beautiful setup.
Yeah, a great setup. And Andre Drummond just takes up so much space down low. You can't get around him.
There's Lowry at the top. Leans into a topside three. He knew it was long, and Drummond snatches a one-handed rebound.
You heard that one-hand slap after he brought it in from up here, and we're in Orlando.
Williams to Drummond. Cross-court DeRozan left wing against Martin. Swings it through him. Draws the contact all the way to the cup, and he jammed it in with a right-handed hammer and a chance at a three-point play. DeMar DeRozan turning back the clock with another dunk and dunk. The Bulls run on Duncan, and they've got a chance at the line.
Wow. DeMar DeRozan, the last two games, Toronto the other night, he had a couple of nice dunks. And here's this power dunk coming down hard. Oh, my goodness. I don't have a telestrator to circle it.
That was impressive. DeMar has been finding the fountain of youth the last couple of games in this play-in.
It's got to be the warm weather. I know the warm weather helps. And people say, but it was Toronto. But you know what? It was 80 degrees when we were up there. So it was nice.
DeRozan puts in the free throw, and it's a 4-point Bulls lead, their biggest of the game at 76-72. Vincent spins past Beverly on the timeline, dribbles left baseline, gets underneath, tries to throw it cross court, and a kick ball is called on the Bulls, which will reset the shot clock to 14 for Miami.
The fans got excited here. Vincent, he made a great spin move and lost Beverly, but Beverly gets back into the play, and there's nothing they can do with it. So a great move wasted.
Now Vincent will inbound far side, front court to our left. Comes in Adebayo up top against Drummond. Handoff for Hero, who spins away from White. Picked up by Drummond on a switch. White gets back on him defensively with 5. Hero with 4 on the shot clock. Left wing, steps to the block, gets there, floats it up, rims up, off glass, and in for Tyler Hero.
That was one play. I think Andre Drummond got caught in the middle of that one. He started to come out on Hero, and I think Kobe thought he was going to stay with him, but he dropped back to get Adebayo down low, and that left the room.
10 points for Hero. Miami within 2. Bulls lead it by 2. With the ball, Beverly to DeRozan on the left wing handoff. Working against Martin with 6. Leans over the dribble. Gets to the foul line. Pumps, fakes, turns, shoots. And it rattles out. Drummond volleyballs it back up and in. Andre Drummond making a big impact on the glass. And the Bulls lead it by 4.
Drummond is huge. 8 rebounds now, 6 points. It's just, you can't stop him down low.
In just 10 minutes on the floor. Now he's defending Vincent, a guard, who finds Martin at the top, drives into the paint, hangs in the air, takes the contact, and rims off the back iron. But a foul is called on Patrick Williams, which will send Caleb Martin to the free throw line for 2.
You know what? I want to get back on Drummond because I like big guys. How many plays have the Bulls run for Drummond?
Not very many.
No. Yeah,
if at all, maybe one.
Exactly. He
this year and has played off the bench since. And it's the left knee right now for Lowry. Kick ball. Miami maintains possession here at the end of our left. Hero on the dribble out near the center jump circle. Now between the rings. Drives left side. Leaner off the left side of the lane. Got a member's bounce to drop it in. His leaner is kind of like a baby face-up. He's done that a couple of times tonight.
And does a great job getting in that mid-range and going to his dangerous weapon, which is that jump shot, and not trying to get all the way to the rim.
Double figures now for Hero. He's just the third Miami player in double figures. Rosen, front court left. Bulls lead is at 2. Working on Martin. Pull-up jumper at the nail. In and out, no good. Tip, follow in. Second chance bucket again for Andre Drummond.
And you think about the production that the Bulls have gotten.
To the NBA play-in tournament on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed. The great Brian Neal's our engineer tonight. The Chief, John Martin, producing here in Miami. And alongside Corey Alexander, I'm Sean Kelly. We are down to it with regard to the season. Chicago and Miami playing for a spot in the postseason field. 78-75 Chicago. Second free throw, front iron, no good for Martin. So the Bulls lead is 3 with 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Lowry remains seated and unable to get back into the ballgame. Rosen turns, shoots, elbow right. Got it to bounce off the rim twice and go in. The foul will send him to the line. He took a little hip check here, and it's Martin again who's been worked over by DeRozan.
And Caleb Martin is a very good defender. But the problem is he's having to go up against a great offensive player in DeMar DeRozan, who, of course, knows his way around this NBA, has been an all-star multiple times. Jimmy Butler, who's probably a better defender, is spending his time trying to defend Zach LaVine. And so right now, Billy Donovan going at Caleb Martin. At this level of basketball, no guy can stop the other guy one-on-one. You're going to need help. It's simply about, can he make it tough on DeMar DeRozan? And he hasn't been able to do that here in this third quarter. Forgive me, fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. DeRozan's over 1,000 career games now. Eclipsed that milestone in late January. 80-75. Second free throw is good. So at the line now, Chicago 9 of 11 for the game. And a bio from the right side of the lane, got in the color, passed up a shot against Vucevic, out to Hero. Thought about shooting, then tried to pass. It draws contact to the elbow. And that may have been a bailout whistle there. That's going to be 4 now on Beverly. And Billy Donovan's got to get Beverly off the floor, sends Kobe White back into the game.
But Kobe White has grown as a defender this season. Of course, Patrick Beverly coming to the Bulls in February truly helped this team out defensively. But the young players like Kobe White they've gained the message from Billy Donovan. They got to defend the play.
Lob to the rim. Butler unable to gather and put it through. Loose ball foul as a result of the missed shot. The foul's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's a very contested lob to the rim as Butler was hip to hip with Levine and both in the air.
Yeah, Levine did a great job really disrupting that, but DeMar DeRozan just in the wrong place at the wrong time with the contact on Jimmy Butler.
Into Butler, who's been quiet. Deep right wing, works his way to the edge of the lane, shoots a fader, rattled out, no good. Hit the rim twice and a rebound for Kobe White. And so Butler now is 7 for 18 from the field.
And now Jimmy Butler defending DeMar DeRozan, so let's see if Zach LaVine gets it going offensively.
White catches wing right from Caruso. Kobe into the paint here, lost the handle against Strus. They both go to the deck for it and grab a hold. We'll have a jump ball in the circle to our right with 4.9 on the shot clock.
Surprising that basketball did not touch the hands of Zach LaVine. He was on the other side of the floor while basketball was being played. On the right side, he was on the left side. But Miami making the switch to send Jimmy Butler over to try to cool off DeMar DeRozan.
Two guys in their fourth year will jump for it in the circle to our right, Strus and White. Chicago's got to hurry if they win this jump ball. They're up by 6, 81-75. Miami's still shooting south of 37% after scoring 29 points in the first quarter. 7:45 here to go in the fourth quarter. It would almost be unthinkable for Miami to lose 2 games at home this week in this situation. Jump ball won by the Heat, so they get a stop, and we'll bring it across. Martin around the angle screen by Butler, shovels it to Strus near the top of the arc. Underhand toss to the top of the key. Adebayo downhill, fouled as he's approaching the rim. Vucevic rakes him across the forearms. Yeah, we'll send him to the free throw line.
And I know Vucevic, of course, is the starter for the Chicago Bulls, but with the contribution that Andre Drummond has given the Bulls here in this third and fourth quarter here in the second half, be interesting to see if Billy Donovan goes back to Drummond at some point because he's a better defensive matchup for Bam Adebayo, especially when Adebayo is trying to get downhill.
Free throw good by an 81% free throw shooter, Bam Adebayo. 4th team foul, meanwhile, on Chicago. And at the rate Drummond's going, partner, he's going to fool around and get a double-double. He's already sitting at 8 rebounds, 6 points. He's got 8 double-doubles on the year. Second free throw. Got it out. So the lead is 5 for Chicago, 81-76. Later on, after we're done here in Miami, we'll get set for Wolves and Thunder. Mike Cousins and Kalena Azubuike will have the call here on ESPN Radio. Shot clock at 14, ball kicked out of bounds, sideline right. So Kobe White on the trigger here near the Bulls bench, and he'll step away and Levine will take his spot. Put it into Vucevic between the circles. Give it to Levine, tried to turn the corner. Now gets loose down the lane. Collision, blocking foul. Strus, well, he had a foot on the restricted area arc in front of the rim.
I'm shocked that it's taken 3 possessions of the defensive switch of Jimmy Butler going over and guarding DeMar DeRozan to get the basketball in the hands of Zach LaVine, and it happens off of a sideline out of bounds play. But Zach LaVine's level of intensity and his sense of urgency getting to the basket has been different here as this game has gone along.
Same as it was the other night in Toronto. By the way, replay just showed that there was nothing even close to the restricted area. So a very, very tough block charge call for Josh Tiven. Levine looking to split these 2 opportunities. Did it. He missed the first, got the second. 82-76. This matches the largest lead now by the Bulls. Inside, Butler slithers to the rim. He sneaks around DeRozan to score it right at the cup.
Yeah, that sidestep by Jimmy Butler was beautiful to be able to avoid DeRozan coming over to help.
Butler's got 20. Butler with a steal off the elbow. 2-on-1. Butler will keep, lays it up and in.
Now this is playoff Jimmy. This is the Jimmy Butler we've been expecting to see for the last 7 quarters of basketball here in Miami.
Here comes that Miami crowd. Bulls lead down to 2. 6:25 to go. Caruso across the top of the key. Goes it back wing left. White for three. Good. What a shot by Kobe White.
You talked about the energy in this building. Kobe White stepping up, knocking down a huge three off the find of Alex Caruso to silence the crowd momentarily.
Timeout, Heat. 6:17 to go, fourth quarter. It's going to be down to the wire. Better stay with us. Chicago 85, Miami 80. You're listening to the NBA Play-In Tournament on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
It's Jimmy Butler time. We're going to get a steady diet of Jimmy getting the ball down the low post, out on the wing, trying to create, make things happen. You're going to have to be aware of that, and the help's going to have to come if he gets matched up against Caruso, because Jimmy's just stronger than he is.
24 points for Butler. He flips the free throw up and hits 25. Heat are 18 of 20 at the free throw line tonight. They're within two. Bulls have it. 85-83 Chicago. 5:25 to play in the fourth. Here's Vucevic outside the arc to the right. Finds Levine up top. Couple of bounces against Martin. Off the screen. Right wing, Levine three. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound by Adebayo. Miami can tie with a two or take the lead with a three. Butler into the front court sideline right. Picked up by Vucevic on a switch. Drives Vucevic to the cup. Finds a cutting Strus to the rim, and he lays it in to tie the game. First points of the second half for Max Strus. And suddenly this game is tied again at 85 apiece. Strus has 25. We've got 5 minutes to play, and you're listening to Chicago Bulls basketball on the Score and the Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Zach Levine here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on the Bulls Radio Network, Chicago's official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball.
Odyssey is celebrating.
They're coming over to help.
All eyes will be on Donovan getting landed on ESPN. ESPN Radio. As soon as we are done in with Corey Alexander here, Sean Kelly. Hey, Corey, though, low scores in the 80s. This has got to take you back to your playing days, right?
Kevin, it absolutely does. We got a shot of Alonzo Mourning, of course, here earlier in the game. And not only that, but if you think a win or go home game.
About a half a quarter to go in regulation. Jimmy Butler to the right side of the lane. Walled off by Zach Levine. He doesn't have a dribble. Spin shoots a fader. That's blocked by Levine. Loose ball for Caruso. Caruso brings it up himself. Hits a trailing Vucevic. Refeed Caruso with a headband on. From in front of his own bench. Drives in the lane. Passable layup. Give to Vucevic. Baseline right jumper. Didn't go from mid-range.
The Vucevic has been getting those looks and knocking them down throughout this game. Alex Caruso trusting him on that one.
Chicago holding Miami to 38% shooting for the night. Butler all alone here. Block left against Caruso. Takes him to the rack. Puts it up. In and one. That's grown man stuff right there. And Jimmy Butler will go to the line, looking to make this a 2-point affair.
And everyone in the arena supporting the Miami Heat has been waiting to see this Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy, the guy they've grown to know and love, who was a 3-point shot away from sending the Miami Heat to the finals a season ago, and he's shown up here in the fourth quarter.
And he is now the game's leading scorer with that make. 24, make it 25 with the made free throw. Butler is putting it onto his shoulders. He's got the last 7 Miami points. It's 85-83.
Only. Actual savings will vary based on the measures implemented and on customers' usage and rate.
Your vehicle is a big investment. Protect it with the pros at Audio Express, the trusted source for security, safety, and video, including dash cams, car alarms, remote start, GPS tracking, and Apple CarPlay. Top name brands, white glove service, custom installations on everything they sell with lifetime warranties. Audio Express. Come experience the best. 8 locations throughout the valley to serve you, and online at audioexpress.com. Come experience the best.
10 lead 3 changes, 5 ties. This is the 5th tie, 85 apiece with 5 minutes to play to determine whose season continues and which team's season is over. The winner gets Milwaukee on Sunday in the first round in Game 1.
Well, you knew it would be a close-knit battle. It always is here in Miami. And the Bulls look like they're off the races, but momentum has changed here right now. Jimmy Butler's a big cause of that. Last 6 points, have been because of him driving to the basket, scoring, or on that last play, getting the ball underneath and then finding Strus going for a layup to get his first points here in the second half after a huge first half. Bulls need to come out right now and control this next possession.
Yeah.
That they have the ball, get a good shot. Can't come up and just start firing up a shot because you feel good about it. You got to attack the rim. Go with what's been successful. Points in the paint. We talked about that earlier. Bulls have 38 points in the paint. They've been able to score down low. I know a Bam is in the game, but you got to take it to his chest, get it going.
Butler and Strus have 50 of Miami's 85 tonight.
Wow.
Each with 25 points. Bulls are led by DeRozan's 23. It's Caruso, White, DeRozan, Levine, and Vucevic with 5 minutes left in a tie game. White across the timeline, left to right for the Bulls. Hassled by Hero, drives past him, throws it to Vucevic. Now back out to Levine, to Caruso, swings it to DeRozan. Left corner, takes a 3, and it's a long 2. He knocks it down. Big shot, DeMar DeRozan. His toe is on the tape, but it puts the Bulls on top, 87-85.
All 5 guys touched the ball in that possession. I love it.
Up top, it's Strus working against Levine. Off the Bam screen, fires a contested 3, no good. Kobe White got in front of Adebayo for the rebound. It trickles out of bounds, and Adebayo was last to touch. Kobe White put his body in there.
And Jimmy Butler's saying what I'm about to say. Strus shouldn't have taken that shot. He kind of rushed it, wanted to get a hero shot himself. Jimmy tell him, slow down. Didn't need it. That was good defense by the Bulls.
Zach LaVine was contesting that 3 on Strus. Here's White, front court to our right. Bulls by 2, 4:20 left. Levine off the Vucevic screen, drives Bam into the paint, throws it back out to nobody. It's picked off by Hero. Here he comes into the front court, leaves it for Martin, leans into the paint, throws it away to Levine. Here he comes from left to right across the timeline. Levine on the right wing, drives into the paint, to the cup, right-hand layup, no! And a whistle and a foul on the rebound action. Levine thought he got fouled by Bam Adebayo, was frustrated by it. You heard the yell. And then on the rebound action, Levine reached in and committed the foul. And that's a loose ball foul, sending the Heat to the free throw line in the bonus. It's Jimmy Butler who went down with the rebound. 2 free throws for Butler.
Again, just this little sloppy play by both teams right now. And a little frustration again. And this is the hard part as a player. Hard part when something happens in a game that's this close, you got to let it go. Whether the referees get it right or wrong, you got to let it go and play on, because this little mistake right now
could tie the game.
Yep.
Butler hits the first 1-point game now.
If you had to pick a player of the game right now, who would you pick?
DeMar DeRozan's 25 points and 8 assists stick out.
I get that right now. I have to agree with you. So, player of the game right now, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Urology, providing comprehensive and personalized care for all urologic conditions and cancer. And DeMar DeRozan has been huge.
Butler hits the free throw to tie the game at 87 with 4 minutes left. Here we go.
See if we get DeMar a touch.
He has been impressive in this second half. Here he is up top. Doubled on him. Kicks to White. Takes the left wing. 3 and buries it. Kobe White with another clutch tray to put the Bulls up by 3.
And that's because DeMar DeRozan gets the double team and made the quick right pass right away. Tremendous job right there. And we talk about DeMar just being a pro's pro and making the right plays. And we talked a moment ago about being the hero of the game. The hero of the game doesn't have to score the ball. Just make the right play. And he does. He's got 9 assists right now, finding Kobe White. And we talked about Kobe just a moment ago off the bench with Drummond. Stepping up big time here, playing really well. And that's exactly what Billy Donovan needs right now, and the Bulls need, and you at home as Bulls fans need.
14 for Kobe White on 4 of 5 shooting from three-point range. DeRozan 25 points and 9 assists now in 37 minutes. And the Bulls with another clutch tray, just their 8th of the game, 8 of 25 from the three-point line, while the Heat are just 9 of 29 from the three-point line. The Bulls have the 3-point advantage with 3:45 remaining out of the Miami timeout.
All right, we just had a timeout, so things have cooled off. You just made a great play, made a great shot. You need a defensive stop right now. You know Jimmy Butler's going to be involved with the play. Whether he gets the shot or makes the shot for someone else, you have to be aware of what he's doing on the floor and who's going to be open. They don't need to shoot a three. They're going to attack the paint and try to get something going inside.
So you got Levine, White, Caruso, DeRozan, and Vucevic for the Bulls. Hero, Martin, Butler, Adebayo, and the inbounder is Strus in the front, in the backcourt to our right. Inbound to Hero. Here comes Martin now across the timeline. Picked up by DeRozan out high. On Butler, it's Caruso on the right wing. Butler drives to the foul line, gets into the paint, knocked away by Caruso into the hands of Kobe White. Big time turnover.
Well, he forced him into, funneled him into Vooch, and then he was able to get in there and knock it away.
It's DeRozan up top. Approaching 3 minutes to go. DeRozan picked up by Martin on a switch at the top of the key. Takes him to the foul line. Doubled. Kicks to White. Shot fake. Drives into the paint. Kobe gliding. Runner. Off the glass. No good. Just rimmed out. 3 minutes left. He'd have the ball down by 3. It's Hero against Levine. Stop and go dribble. And Zach Levine got beat off the dribble, but reached around and knocked it and punched it out of the hands of Hero. 16 to shoot, baseline right for Miami.
Tony Kukoc used to love to do that all the time. Phil Jackson called it the Matador defense. Get beaten, poke it away. It almost worked.
Strus will inbound it. 16 to shoot, 3 minutes even left. Into Hero in the corner against Caruso. Oh, he gets away from Caruso, takes the right baseline jumper, a deep 2, and sinks it to cut the Bulls lead down to 1. 12 for Tyler Hero.
And I think Alex thought he picked up his dribble already. And he got that clearing space with one dribble, one quick step.
There is DeMar DeRozan out high. Bulls by 1. White gives it back to DeRozan. Watched by Jimmy Butler. Starts the dribble. DeRozan picks up. Right elbow jumper. No. Off the front rim. Rebounded by Adebayo.
2 good shots for the Bulls right there. Just haven't been able to put them in right now.
Butler has it on the angle left against Levine. Drives into the baseline. Stops and spins. Got cut off. Gets through him. Forces it up and in with the left hand. Puts it in to put Miami in front. And draws a Vucevic foul. Jimmy Butler with 29. And a chance at a three-point play at the line.
And you just talk about a leader. Jimmy Butler with his experience and skill gets around Zach with a nice move, pump fake, and kind of gets Zach to twist around him on his back. And then it's up to Vooch. And Vooch a little late getting there, meeting him with contact at the rim.
Second foul on Vucevic.
To Levine, top of the arc. Thought about probing, backs up. DeRozan, hard bounce pass to White, angle left 3. Got another one. That's 4 threes in the game for Kobe White. Lead back to Chicago. Timeout Miami.
Kobe White stepping up and making big plays for his team. That's the second three-point field goal that he has hit, forcing Eric Spoelstra to call a timeout, stopping the momentum of the Miami Heat.
It's all hands on deck. That's what Eric Spoelstra said to us in our conversation prior to the game. Sure enough, a lot of hands have had some kind of a touch on this game. Strus early, Caruso early, Kobe White here. Jimmy Butler emerges. This is everything you and I could have asked for with regard to the finale of the play-in tournament in the East.
It absolutely is that. And, of course, you've got 2 teams who have very similar styles of play. They're defense-first teams. But, of course, who will be the person that steps up and makes shots at the end of this game? And so many different guys have gotten involved in that. And, again, Kobe White has made 2 big threes down the stretch here for the Chicago Bulls. And on the other end of the floor, it's been Jimmy Butler. He's been the guy here in the fourth quarter. A usual suspect for the Heat, an unusual suspect for the Bulls. However, they'll take off his defensive prowess on that possession.
No hurry here. 16 to shoot. Strus will throw it in out of almost the right corner. Gets to Hero, guarded by Caruso. Steps past him, launches the baseline right jumper, and splashed it home. 90-89. Miami back within 1.
If you think back to the playoffs a season ago, Tyler Hero wasn't healthy and wasn't very
Kobe White.
And trying to get the foul, Jimmy Butler exposes the basketball. When you stick your arm straight out, you're less likely to get that call.
So Miami turns it over for the 14th time tonight. Only 6 points scored, though, so far off turnovers for Chicago. Bounce pass up top. White pump fake on the three. Euros down the lane. Too hard off the glass. A little too much gas on it. Cleared by the Heat. 3 minutes to go. Hero wing right. Crossover, and then Levine, who got lost on it, pokes it loose from behind, out of bounds, baseline right.
Great job by Zach LaVine recovering on that play. Tyler Hero got him with the crossover, but Zach LaVine did not give up on the play, showing off his defensive prowess on that possession.
No hurry here. 16 to shoot. Strus will throw it in out of almost the right corner. It's the Hero, guarded by Caruso. Steps past him, launches the baseline right jumper, and splashed it home. 90-89. Miami back within one.
If you think back to the playoffs a season ago, Tyler Hero wasn't healthy and wasn't very effective down the stretch. Well, he's stepping up here and making big plays for his team, trying to get him back to the playoffs this year.
2 timeouts aside, 2:35 on the clock. DeRozan, top of the arc, puts it to the right elbow, rises, shoots against Butler, missed it, rebounded by Adebayo. So Miami, who was in the Eastern Conference Finals this time last year, just trying to play it in now. Butler spins block left. Step through Levine. Scoops, scores, and drew the foul. Amazing Jimmy Butler finish. How many different moves did he just show us here with 2:17 to go?
And not only did Jimmy Butler show us different moves, he went through multiple defenders. Went through a double team initially to get to the third defender and pick up the foul on that possession, but the concentration to finish, which has been a struggle for Jimmy Butler really in the first 7 quarters of this play-in tournament. But the fourth quarter has been a different story for Jimmy Butler.
Foul on Vucevic. Oh, he missed the free throw. And the ball squirts out of bounds off Adebayo. It'll be Chicago ball, length of the floor to go. Patrick Beverly has returned to the game now for Billy Donovan, replacing Kobe White. So it's Vucevic, Beverly, Levine, Caruso, and DeRozan. The 5 starters on for Chicago. For Miami, Martin is out there now with Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Hero, and Strus. DeRozan dribbles hard to the right side of the lane, deep. Got walled off and swinging all the way around. Caruso, corner left 3, long. Weak side rebound for Martin. Miami leads by 1. Under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Butler, front court left. Walks the dribble, now speeds up through the top of the arc, into the paint. Underhand pass under the goal to Adebayo. Change sides of the rim, right to left, and fouled as he shot with the right hand. More free throws coming for Miami. And right now, that is arguably one of the key differences in the game. It's 20 points scored at the line for Miami, 10 for Chicago. Simplistic, I know, but that one's out of whack.
It's been a huge difference. And Miami came in to start this fourth quarter 15-15 from the free throw line. However, they missed 3 here in this fourth quarter. And Bam Adebayo picks up the first one. Or shall I say they have made their last 15 free throws coming into this fourth quarter.
Adebayo 1 for 9 from the field, but 4 of 5 at the line. Oh, yeah, he's got 16 rebounds in the game.
Hasn't been a great offensive performance from Bam Adebayo. However, he stuck to the plan, 6 of the script, 16 rebounds, as you mentioned, 4 assists. Even though he's 1 for 9 from the field, he's still been effective on the other end.
DeRozan spins down the right side of the lane, and contact with Martin will draw a whistle. So loud in here, you could not hear the whistle of Tony Brothers. Miami had the foul to give here underneath 2 minutes remaining.
Caleb Martin on the floor right now. You have to think about the fact that if Kyle Lowry, and we're assuming that he's not healthy, but if Kyle Lowry's healthy, would he be on the floor at this point of the game? Right now, Caleb Martin, of course, probably the best defender to go defend either Zach LaVine or, DeMar DeRozan, because you have 2 dynamic scorers as DeRozan misses the first free throw. But you have to wonder, would Kyle Lowry be on the floor if healthy?
They said DeRozan was in the act of shooting, but his partner just said he missed the front end.
So what would Rasheed Wallace say?
What's that?
What would Rasheed Wallace say?
Ball don't lie. Your point about Lowry, though, is very well taken here with 93 seconds remaining. Heat by 3. DeRozan knocks down the second offering. So he is 8 of 9 at the line. 26 now for DeMar DeRozan. 93-91. Miami lead in ball. 1:26 to play. Adebayo up top with it. Immediately gives to Butler above the left foul line extended. Guarded by Caruso. Butler dribbles to the top of the arc. Turns the corner. Leads for Strus. Wing right 3. Bottom. .28 for Strus. 5-point lead for Miami with 1:13 left in maybe the season for Chicago. DeRozan into the paint. Out of a crowd to Vucevic. Swing it back up top for Levine. Levine drives hard. Below the left foul line extended. Wing left jumper. Bank shot. Off the front iron. No good. Minute to go. Miami with the ball and up by 5. A trip to Milwaukee on the line. Butler between the circles. Drives right to the screen by Adebayo. Gets under the rim. Dumps it to Strus. Corner left 3. No, but there is a whistle. They knocked him into the Miami bench.
They're going to get a foul on Alex Caruso.
Oh, wow.
And that's going to be 3 free throws from Max Strus. It was so loud in the building, you couldn't hear the whistle. And many of the players didn't even know that play had stopped and the foul was called in the corner.
Timeout Chicago. Bulls are using the timeout to challenge the call here in the left corner.
And this is why you hold on to your challenges, to be able to challenge plays as such. Alex Caruso goes out, and there is contact with Max Strus in that corner. And it doesn't take much. All it does say, if you have some type of contact, I doubt very seriously that this call will be overturned. Most likely we will see Strus at the free throw line with an opportunity to make this.
Running on the floor, unsuccessful challenge. There'll be 3 shots, and they lose their timeout.
So you'll lose the timeout as well. So 40.7 seconds remaining. 96-91. Bulls have 1 timeout at their disposal. Miami 2. And these 3 free throws not only might punctuate a signature night for Max Strus, but may just push Miami right back into the playoffs where they had to exit last year in the Eastern Conference Finals.
It absolutely can do that. One of the things we've seen down the stretch here, Sean, if you go back and you look at the 3 that Max Strus knocked down in comparison to on the other end of the floor, the play that Zach LaVine had to go to try to get a shot, Miami's done a better job of creating opportunities for their teammates throughout this game than the Chicago Bulls have. The Chicago Bulls, of course, have more assists, but down here in this fourth quarter, it's been about Miami sharing the basketball, looking out for their teammates, stepping up and making big plays.
First one's down for Strus. Second one's in. He's got 30. Max Strus, 11.5 points per ball game, has 31 points as he knocks down all 3 free throws. Miami is 25 of 28 at the line. Levine drives to the rack, lays it up, blocked by Adebayo. Loose ball foul on the ensuing catch. It's going to be against White, and it's going to put Miami back on the line, up by 8 with 33.8 seconds to go.
And Bam Adebayo struggled offensively, but has done everything else his team could have asked of him. 17 rebounds and probably the biggest block shot of the night for Bam, who seems to just have a knack of coming up with big blocks at the right moments. You remember the one way back in 2020 in the bubble where he blocked Jason Tatum's dunk going to the rim to send his team to the finals?
It was one of the best plays in the bubble. There's no doubt.
And that one may have been the play that sends his team to the playoffs. An opportunity now to make this a 9-point lead.
Big deep breath by Adebayo. He's got 17 rebounds and now 8 points, 6 of which have come at the line. The lead is 9. Half a minute to go. Levine for 3, no good. Rebound Jimmy Butler, and Caruso will foul him immediately.
And Sean, you mentioned early in the game, the Miami Heat 12-1 on the season while holding their opponents under 100 points. And right now, the Chicago Bulls with 91 most likely will end this game under 100. And this is the recipe for success for the Miami Heat. We knew coming in this will be a defensive battle, which with 26.8 remaining has been won by the Miami Heat.
They're going to beat the Bulls for the first time this year, and it couldn't have come at a better moment for Miami and their fans, no doubt.
You asked me before the game, the fact that the Bulls have swept this series, what does that mean for this one? And what did I tell you?
Nothing. Early on, though, I was concerned about turnovers. Because that's how Chicago had beaten them during the regular season. But boy, tell you what, Miami has turned their week around in 48 hours. Here's White for 3 up top, too strong. And that's going to do it. A rebound for the Miami Heat, 15 seconds remaining. Standing ovation from Heat Nation. Jimmy Butler, fittingly, will dribble this out. Butler with 31 points alongside Max Strus's 31 points. Miami wins it and is headed for the postseason. They will be the number 8 seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs, and they will make their 12th playoff appearance in the last 15 years under Eric Spoelstra. It's off to Milwaukee for Miami. Unfortunately for the Chicago Bulls, their season comes to an end tonight, just a couple of days after becoming one of the first ever 10 seeds to win a play-in game. This was a fun one tonight. It kind of sort of played out the way we thought. Nobody saw Max Strus coming, though, partner.
No, and we talked about who would be the X factor in this game. I thought it would be Kyle Lowry because of the way he stepped up on Tuesday night for the Miami Heat. However, it was Max Strus, 31 points, scored the first 12 points of this game for the Miami Heat, 4 or 5 from beyond the three-point arc. Unfortunately, this game didn't come down to 3 points where he had 3 taken off the board. He really had 34 points in this one, but I'm not going to bring about it.
Let that one go. 102-91, the final score. It ends up being a double-digit win for Miami in a ballgame that saw a number of lead changes and a couple of ties in the second half. We're awaiting one of our players of the game here at Miami. Strus and Jimmy Butler are visiting with our colleagues at TNT. We expect to see Max at our microphone here shortly enough. So it'll be Miami and Milwaukee in round one. Milwaukee has been patiently waiting. That's the one thing about the play-in is that everybody else gets a week off. So some would argue that Miami will go there kind of a full head of steam. Milwaukee obviously rested too. I do think it's going to be an interesting series between two very, very interesting head coaches in Mike Budenholzer and Eric Spoelstra.
I think it will absolutely be that. And if you ever look at any team going in with a game plan on how to defend another team, you can bank on the fact that the Miami Heat will absolutely be prepared to do that. Eric Spoelstra and his staff will be able to put together a game plan to at least try to slow down the Milwaukee Bucks. The question for Miami simply becomes, can they score enough points to compete with Milwaukee?
All right, Max Strus has put the headset on. Max, can you hear us okay? Yeah. Sean Kelly, Corey Alexander on ESPN Radio. Max, congratulations. 31 points tonight, 7 3-pointers. You were perfect at the line, 8 for 8. I'll also pass along, you had 7 rebounds, and a steal as well. What was the thing that got you going early on in this basketball game?
Seeing one go down. I just wanted to come out aggressive. I wasn't happy with my performance last game. I feel like I let the team down. So I just wanted to do my part tonight. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to come in and shoot the ball and make shots. So just did my job, and the team took care of the rest.
And Max, what's the last 3 days been like for you? You talked about you weren't happy with your performance on Tuesday night. How antsy were you to get back on the court and somewhat to redeem yourself to yourself?
I was ready to play Monday night or whatever night we played, Tuesday night. I was ready to get back on right away. This team's, we're gritty. We find ways to win. And I'm just happy we're still going. I don't want to be done yet. And, I'm looking forward to Milwaukee now.
Max, Chicago's defense did what they do in quarters 2 and 3. How'd you shake loose of that and get 35 points on the board in the fourth?
Get the ball to Jimmy Butler. It's pretty simple. He's a hell of a player. He's a superstar. He just makes the right play every single time. He's great for our team, and we're just gonna get on his back and have him carry us through the rest of this.
Max, what does it feel like when you go to the bench during a timeout and you have 3 less points when you come back out onto the floor? This is the second time that we know of in your career, once in the playoff, now in the play-in, where you've had a 3-pointer taken off the board.
Man, I swear they hate me. I don't know what it is with my shoes or something, but every time they got to take 3 points away from me. But whatever, at least this one finished with a win.
That's correct. Max, congratulations. Thank you very much. Good luck in Milwaukee.
Thank you very much.
Yep, Max Strus, one of our stars of the game, no doubt. Game-high honors alongside Jimmy Butler, 31 points each in Miami's win. They recover from the loss to Atlanta. They'll go on to play against Milwaukee. Fun game tonight, partner. Appreciate all your work.
Absolutely, my man. Enjoyed it. We saw the real Miami Heat in the fourth quarter. We were missing those for the first 7 quarters of this play-in.
Right time at the right time.
There you go.
That's right. For our great crew here in Miami and, of course, in Bristol. We'll get things wrapped up here and get you ready for Western Conference play-in action. Mike Cousins, Kelena Azubuike coming up. Once again, our final score, it's the Miami Heat 102, Chicago 91. For Corey Alexander, producer John Martin, and engineer Brian Neal, I'm Sean Kelly from Miami. So long and good night, and let's send it to Kevin Winter in the studio with the post-game show.
All right, guys, great job. Miami is moving on. They're the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. The NBA on ESPN Radio has been presented by Indeed. Need to hire? You need Indeed.com/credit. So now here's the question. Who's going to be the 8th seed in the West? The home team wins in the East. What about Chris Finch's Minnesota Timberwolves? How do they bounce back after losing a 15-point lead Tuesday night? Short time ago, Mike Cousins, Kelena Azubuike with the head coach of the Timberwolves.